made it to Holson's, or the place where Holson needs to find a friend via Feywild's
Wild
shenanigans.
shit was happening.
All right, I had really good soup.
Okay, I feel like we're skipping some steps here.
Like, we went from like page 1 to like 15th chapter.
That's all I remember about that session.
So like we finished the fight against the guy, and explored that temple. After returning to that town, told a story to them because I actually watched this session earlier today when I was deciding what to upload, and
cool.
And I told a story about our success, during which Holson was talking to everyone about whether or not to bring me with. And then I was talking to my group about how we should proceed, to which I got a message from my patron to join these newcomers in hopes of finding information, and while the other ones go other areas. So I told you guys that my patron told me to join you, asked you if it was alright. You guys said, yeah, but you have a chance of dying. I'm like, yeah, I have a chance of dying no matter what I do.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, you guys were like, alright, cool. And then we traveled to Hallow's Hope, found out that, one of the orchards got fucking destroyed, decimated by some sort of necrotic spell.
Sickness.
Everything's dying.
Was that the session that I talked to Holson about revealing what Gallon was?
Yes.
Okay.
You did that in the tavern in Hallow's Hope.
Ah.
So we got to Hallow's Hope. You told Holson, and Holson's like, yeah, it doesn't bother me, but be careful who else you tell. Because some people might not be cool with it. And I think she was insinuating...
Fight me and I'll be okay. There's a thin line between doesn't bother me and don't bite me.
Yeah. And then the next morning, bad stuff started happening.
Good stuff was a wild time.
Yeah, bad stuff started happening. Akira is skeptical about anything that happens here because it's all Fae-based, meant for manipulation. And he refuses to be manipulated, so he's like, yeah, okay. Anything that happens here is fabricated.
Yep, and we're splitting the party at the moment. We have Francis and Gallon going towards the dying orchard, or dead orchard, to go and investigate that location. And then we have,
Wait, I thought I was with Holson.
No.
Yeah, you're with me.
No, I took his place.
I don't remember at this point.
I took his place because Akira wanted to talk to both you and Bellis at some point.
Okay, so, well, we're going to the garden.
Yeah, you, Bellis, and I are going to...
the bird boy?
You, Bellis, and I are going to the garden, and then Francis and everyone else is going to the gate.
The bird boy is on his own somewhere in the city looking at things.
They gave him money. Okay. You guys gave him money to buy spells and stuff, so he's researching.
I said, get out of here. Go be normal. Don't fight for your death.
Last thing that happened was Lycan told us to private message him our wishes and fears. and
now I'm scared.
And then we all rolled D100s, like 2 D100s for reasons, and that's where we ended.
Now I'm scared.
And as a small little reminder, this is for Lycan, we had all of the members survive the one-shot.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep,
I was not there, but I support it.
I survived because I went ahead and then had to log out because I had work next day.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't die.
I
can't die if I'm not there.
Yeah, we had a pretty good fight against the 2 Draconoid peoples and that freaking asshole, man.
Archon of hate.
Yeah, that one.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was a bastard.
Yeah, I know. Scratches at Fate and more.
Monty.
I was gonna say Mordecai for some reason.
Yeah, all of our people are over there to the right at the bottom. One-shot PCs. Monty, Scratches, Xandal, and Zerdog. And Durzog. So.
They are there.
But yeah, I didn't record that one off because why not? I just want to have fun.
Yep, but yeah, no, funny thing, Holson, I think you missed it. Scratches at Fate is Scratch's dad. Scratch's dad is still alive.
good for him. I'm so glad. He'll never know who he is, though.
I mean, we might run into them. They're alive.
Yep.
I specifically sent liking a PDF of my character so we could turn him into an NPC if you wanted.
All right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All right. I want Francis and Holson to roll me a d20.
I'm in a
Oh,
car in
God.
the parking
Okay.
lot.
I will roll a d20 for Francis. Or
And
I will.
have a Gallon do it.
Okay.
Full.
Oh.
Oh, great. Ah!
Hey.
Alright, liking what happens.
Fucking rollies, I guess.
Right. Roll again. It's my time.
It's
Yeah, it is
our
your time.
Down here. Yeah, I guess it is your time. Let's see if I can.
We're going to the garden.
You need to talk to some druids.
Oh yeah, they're at the. They're not at the garden.
I thought they were bringing us to Druid Grove because you had a lot of questions for them.
No, I've already
there's
been to the
one
Druid
druid
Grove.
over at the orchard. We know that much. I think there's 2 more where they are chilling.
So
No, because we already went to the Druid Grove last night. I'm going to the garden to kind of look for the shit that I'm supposed to be looking for.
The wisps.
Wisp, and there's supposed to be an underground garden, so I'm looking for like an underground entrance. I'm gonna turn this shit down. This is very loud.
I'm sorry.
You can control that. You're individuals.
I know.
That DM
I
just
can't-
turn everything up as high as possible and let everyone else deal with it.
I can't think because the chickens. Okay.
Bob here.
But yeah, we're going to the garden because, well, it's supposedly an underground garden, and I just want to check around and see if there's an entrance.
Yeah. So you're going to this fairly large herbalist shop that has a large garden. Greenhouse. Do you remember what it's called?
Yes. Give me a second. I wrote it down. Sully's Herbology.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to Sully's. It's relatively nice day. Everybody's going through things, traveling like minstrels, going through a lot of interesting folks. Very eclectic, some of them. But everybody seems to be joyous, prospering. You see like random wandering drunkard like singing a happy cheery song on your way, but no like impoverished. Or,
Is there any more bad luck? Do we see any more bad luck on the way?
roll me a perception check.
I would if I was prepared to do that right when you said that. Okay.
Honestly, nothing out of
Perception.
the ordinary.
I see some things.
You see like somebody's shoelace get broken, to somebody almost getting hit by a horse.
Is it following a specific path?
No, it seems fairly sporadic. It's not picking any types of individuals that match any description, just random.
Huh.
And it's like not extremely like president. Like it's here and there, because you've seen like a strew of it before you.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets, as you were going closer and closer to the outside of the city, and like as the day is going on, you see less and less of it.
So it's more pertinent the closer to the middle of the city you get.
Uh,
Would that be a correct insight?
Depends on what you perceive as pertinent. Like almost getting hit in the ass by a like horse's hoof, or like broken shoelace. Somebody getting splashed with water from a carriage.
Does it seem more sporadic the further out from the middle of the city that we go?
Yes, it seems to be more spread out
Okay.
from the center.
So, from where we were staying, for example, it would have been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whereas like now we're at like 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind
You
of.
probably see like one every like 4 minutes
Okay.
now,
Cool.
where you had seen like an instant slew and then nothing for a little while. It was very, very strange. So you get to this.
Our outlook is better.
Yeah. You actually get to this fairly large building with a very gorgeous greenhouse, covered and frosted with snow. The actual panes of the windows seem to have this like frosted crust that makes almost like a circle coming from the corners. If you've ever seen that happen before. And it's the front entrance to Sully seems to be somewhat like a brick house apothecary. Seems to be about 3 stories tall. Nice red brickwork with framings of bronzish type gold with key accents of like blue. And the brickwork is more of a muted gray or darker hewn gray stone. And it says Sully's Herbology.
Can you see the garden, like the greenhouse from the front?
The greenhouse itself, from the front, you can actually see it like branch off from like halfway down the building outwards to the right. And it seems to go for about like, I want to say 60 feet off, and it's fairly large with a domed roof. Not domed, a rounded roof, but seems to be generally square or rectangular type of greenhouse. There's no plants directly outside because it is winter. But you go inside?
I also will walk right in.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep her eye out for all of the signs that she needs to look for.
Okay. Here, Holston and Bellows enter in. And this place is very eloquently done.
I exist too.
Yeah, I said that here.
I only heard of Holson and Bellows.
No, I said it here.
Holson and Bellows.
Holston,
Your
Bellows.
your name kind of just rolls in.
Oh.
So the 3 of you go in, and it's fairly nice. There seems to be kind of a feel of a cafe type situation in the front of this place. You notice several bags with like different colored labels and see labels on them. A lot of them are for tea, herbs, and supplements. You currently see a. Let's see, Sully. A very light-skinned human woman with brownish hair, with some freckles and a bit of a mole on the chin. Bit of her. Uh, a stronger build to her, and wearing basically aprons, gloves, tending to a few things like a little baby nursery planter behind the counter, sproutlings. As you enter in. Oh, customers. How may I help you?
Well, looking for a garden, and this is the only one that we knew of.
Are you looking up to set up a garden?
More so, a garden that already exists here.
Are you
Maybe,
saying that you want to peruse the greenhouse?
yes,
I'm just
actually.
sorry, I'm not wholly understanding.
Um, yes, we've. I'm looking for a garden, and whether that be the only one we've heard of. I talked to the druids last night. They told us the only garden that they know of is this one.
Oh, I guess it could be considered a garden. Are you looking for something in particular besides just a garden?
Well, maybe. Are you from here?
I was born and raised here, yes.
All right. Um, have you heard any stories of underground gardens here?
Underground gardens. Like
Yes.
subterranean plant life?
Maybe. I was kind of given the assumption that there might be an underground garden here.
I'm not a purveyor of an underground garden, miss. Um,
You seem like you know gardens better than anyone else, so maybe you know the town's gardens better than the druids.
you talk to the druids.
They were really interested in some soup, so
So you talk to Cheshire or Morty? Those ones?
those sound familiar. We spoke for a bit, but we spoke mostly about the orchard outside of the gate, but
Oh yes, that was a shame.
what do you think caused it? You're a purveyor of
Not
natural
too
medicine?
sure, but it looked like somebody took all the life out of it. Um, it looks like everything that grew there died. Poor Mr.
Yeah.
Tollison. His he won't have a good harvest this year.
Do you think it came up from the ground? Like underneath?
I don't know too much about that, but to me it looked like all the nutrients got ripped away from the soil.
I doubt.
I have a actual like pot of it here.
Oh, that would be great.
Are you working for the Druid Grove or?
Technically, no one.
Huh.
I am just a concerned individual with some knowledge on natural things.
Okay. I mean, it wouldn't hurt for you to see it, but what? I don't know what you can do. She like brings
The
out like a.
roots
Hmm?
in the dirt. You said you had dirt. Do you have roots in the dirt?
No, I just have a bit of pot soil. That came from the orchard.
Interesting. Do you have something alive?
From the orchard?
No, just alive.
I have plenty of things that are alive, miss. But
Do you have like a flower or something? Just a single one. Maybe a potted one.
I have plenty. I'm a little confused.
Oh, so sure. Is
You
there
are
like
not the only one.
So, my idea here is, I just want to perform a small experiment. I'll pay you for the flower because it's most likely going to die. But
just like hearing that is like, say what now?
You know,
but
I am believing that when she sells flowers, she does not intend to give them back.
no,
Yeah.
but if you could,
Yeah.
a potted flower
With a few
with its roots
flowers.
still intact.
Yeah. Have a few flowers. Strange. It just like goes
In front of this potted soil.
the fucking green or like the greenhouse section. She just walks over. It's open to you guys too to peruse around. It's double doors right next to the counter.
Potted soil here that she's talking about.
She like brings you into the greenhouse, and there is a small pot of what looks to be ashen-like soil, like very brittle, sooty, almost like powder. And she brings you a thing of daisies.
How much are the daisies?
5 copper.
I'll give her a silver.
Okay.
And I'll take the daisies and kind of dig my hand in and
Okay.
dig it down to the bottom so that I'm not breaking any roots.
Roll me
And then just
survival.
pull it up.
Survival or sleight of hand?
Oh, it's gonna be sleight of hand because that's a 4. Sure. No. I'm gonna re-roll it. No. Ah! Well, as long as I don't break every root.
Coulson, I am not the smartest of men, but I know that exposing roots to sunlight will kill it.
Not immediately.
It's pretty quick.
Not immediately.
Which is why you replant at night.
He has a
I'll take it inside.
Luckily, there is no direct sunlight in here, so it's fine. It's just you're really rough with those.
I didn't say it was going to be a maid.
You made a little mess.
I'm not the greenest thumb in my family. But,
It's apparent. I'm sorry.
I'll hold the daisies with one hand. And I'm gonna dig like a little hole in the ash stuff.
Okay.
Plant the daisies in it.
All right.
And then cover them up.
You plant the daisies in it.
Then I'm gonna watch them. I don't know how long it's gonna take. But
Okay.
I want to see if I can see any, like,
Well, she's doing this marvelous experiment.
yes.
Akira just
Anybody have anything else to do?
Akira just
Here-
sighs deeply at her and looks over to the lady. Are you an apothecary?
I am.
Good. I wish to purchase ointment to soothe the shedding seasons.
Okay, are you a rough shedder or are you a scatter shed?
Individual skills.
Individual scales. Okay. We do have some ointments. They're mostly for lizard folk, but the ones around here do have individual scales or like plates. Here you go. That'll be 2 silver.
I'll give her 2 silver.
Use twice daily.
Excellent. I'll be ready for when winter ends.
Yes. Do you need any? You are a dragonborn, so do you need any vitamins or any supplements?
Do Dragonborn up here have problems?
Some do, some don't. It depends on diet. Some of them have a terrible thing with what is it called? Has certain deficiencies.
I look down at myself. and just sort of, I believe I am as healthy as any of them.
Just checking. You wait like solid 2-3 minutes. Nothing's happened to the daisies. It
Gonna-
just looks like regular daisies. They're not like melting or anything.
Hmm.
They're a little droopy after you like roughly handled them, but that's about it.
Yeah, but that could just be me.
Jeez,
Can I buy
you're-
some more daisies? Actually.
Hmm?
Well, no, because it wouldn't make sense. Because it's winter. You know, I hope, I just hope that, we sent some friends out to the orchard to get maybe some roots. Maybe they'll pick some up on their way back. But I'm sorry for getting dirt everywhere.
It's fine.
I would like
it's-
some tea, though. I'll buy tea from you.
Okay. I have several
Sounds good.
selections of tea. What type of tea are you looking for? And what? There are some teas that will actually boost moods and also other things, certain blends mixed with supplements. I make them myself.
What's your favorites?
Take the Dot. It is a nice jasmine tea. It boosts some confidence as well as gets your energy up.
Okay. Do you have Earl Grey?
I do.
I'll take that as well. Do any of you want any tea? I'll buy while I'm here.
Bellows looks over. No, I'm good.
I cannot stand this stuff.
Unfortunate.
Yep, that'll be 4 silver, and you
I'll
get like
put 4 silver down.
you get a pound of each.
That's a lot of tea.
It's
You know what? I'll get. Have any tea for craving? Like if you're really hungry for something
we have some slim tea
and you just, well, you know.
and things like that. We also have some more earthier, more herbal drink, less so of a tea.
What would that be?
It has a lot of dried pulp in it, of certain fruits and other things.
Sure, I'll get one of those.
Okay. There'll be another 2 silver.
I'll give it.
Now, you said something about an underground garden? You
Yes.
wouldn't be talking about Hallow's garden, are you? From the story?
Maybe. Of course. Do you maybe know what that is?
No one knows what that is. It's just part of the stories.
Well, do you know the story?
Yes. Miss Hallow, who made this town, found kinship with a purveyor of a grove that was just
Yes.
budding.
I'm
Early
familiar with
settlers,
that part.
yeah, early settlers of this place were being ravaged by a serpent of great power and madness. And these two came together and fought the beast.
There was a serpent in the garden.
Not in the garden. It was harassing the nearby villages. This
Okay.
place used to be a full forest. Before about 100 years ago. After the battle was done, Miss Hollow was laid to rest in a garden made of crystal, where her friend watches over her and her wishes.
Where is her resting place?
That's the funny thing, though. There is no official grave to Miss Hollow.
I just saw the statue.
That's a
Is that all you
memorial.
have here?
Yes, that's all we have. We
Interesting.
do have. We had her son, but he passed away not that long ago, and her granddaughter
Yes,
is
she'll be
running
at the Lantern
there.
Festival. Okay, so get the gist of this really quickly. Crystal Cave thing? That what you said?
A grove made of crystal,
Crystal Grove.
where her friend watches over her and her wishes.
Oh, where friend watches over. And her friend, do you, would that be, what is his name? You know, I write it down and I lose it every single time. Stein?
We. I've never heard the name of the friend.
Oh, I think that might have been her friend. So, you know, we're here to,
I mean,
see
feel
if we
free to
can
peruse the
find
garden
it, but,
if
oh, of course,
if you find
the
anything.
flowers are, the
But
flowers are very lovely, but
yeah, that's all I really know about it. The holiday's coming up, the Founders Day.
do you have a town flower?
Chrysanthemum.
Alright. If you could point me to us. I don't know what
This
they look
way.
like.
And you guys get thrown around and like shown a bunch of flowers and things like that.
Yeah, while she's doing that, I'll have a small conversation with Bellos. Yeah, that's the main reason I joined Holston's side of the party.
All right, you pull aside Bellos, and there's no immediate thing here, so she'll take the side with you.
Yeah, keep it like we can keep our eyes on Holston, but out of earshot.
So I noticed that they're like drifting back.
Yeah,
Okay. Continue.
I mean it's hard to, not see a gigantic red
They're
woman.
giant people.
Yeah,
They're both giants.
giant red woman and a giant brass dragon.
They're very shiny.
Bellows.
Yes, Akira.
I just wish to express. What is it? Slight amount of funness to you. Back in the temple, you handled yourself very well. I can see that you too are forged in fire.
More ways than one. I've been with this group for quite a while, and it is a wild ride. But I have had long-standing past with combat.
I just wish to tell you that I have noticed, and you are an impressive little being. That
Say
said,
that one last time.
you are an impressive little being. That's
A little bean?
being.
Oh, being. Sorry, both of our accents.
Yes, well, I assume you're not from Osari. Or perhaps Artie.
No. I am not.
True shame. But seeing as you and I are both forged in flame, just wish to tell you that I do see you as friend.
Okay. I hope that there is a long enough time where there is the opportunity for me to call you the same.
It will be so. I have a feeling that my task is nowhere near done, and I was ordered to travel with you and your friends.
And why was that exactly? Besides your quest?
Divide and conquer, I believe. The idea is that we can find what we're looking for quicker if we were to split up.
It makes sense.
And with hopes I can find the sapphire soon. Return back to Osari. I feel like someone like you would thrive there if you ever decide to travel in that direction.
I've heard many things about the Oswari. The savage lands, the land of coin that isn't actually coin.
Land of gold.
The use of jewels instead of metal
Yes.
currency.
Yes, the preliminary trading is rubies. Or rupees.
Right.
That said, how dangerous is this group?
We originally came with a lot more dangerous baggage when we first got together. Some members have left us. And with that, the baggage as well, but some of the things have stayed with us.
Do you have a desire for what happens should you fall?
That's the thing. I don't think I will fall.
I'm sure the Fallen believes the same. It does not hurt to have plan.
I wouldn't mind a place with a view.
I will remember this. Hopefully it will not come to fruition, but it's good to know.
It's good to make plans.
So where are you from?
That, my comrade, is a story for later.
I notice you have bad taste in mouths when I bring up the idea of ownership.
It is a personal qualm.
I understand. I share similar qualms. You see, back home, slavery is very common. It is rare that families do not have at least one person in their house under their ownership. Wrong, meeting the right at some point.
There's a difference between slavery and puppetry. And that's all I will say on the matter.
I recognize both. We are not free of our own puppets down there.
Yes.
That
I would
said,
very much like not to have any more of this conversation.
understandable. Just wish to tell you that I do admire your fighting styles. Look forward to seeing more. Perhaps there's some things you can teach me about maybe how to use that board arm of yours.
Well, I'm willing to teach most, so long as you're disciplined in it.
I know the basics, just not as fancy as you. I grew up with sword. They basically just talk about like combat techniques until Holson gets back.
So, it doesn't take long to find some nice white chrysanthemums, like in a nice large bushel.
Like a bouquet type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a large one though. Like 3 or 4 chrysanthemums and different other flowers that are red,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing too crazy. Just something that would look nice.
There's a bunch of posies, roses, as well as other short-lived flowers. There's even, strangely, a couple orchids.
One orchid.
So you get
The rest are just like wildflowers.
orchids. So you make a nice bouquet.
Or could be the showpiece.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I want. That and a fuckload of tea.
You got a fuckload of tea.
For coming into this lady's place of business and essentially wrecking it with a whole bunch of dirt.
All right.
But
So after you get through and getting all that, that's be another 3 silver for bouquet.
I'll give her another 3 silver.
I want you to roll me investigation.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
As you guys are leaving the shop.
Just her?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep, just
Absolutely
her.
not.
What is your passive investigation, Akir?
11.
11?
Or no, it's 10.
It's 10. Okay, so that's not enough to...
Yep, it is what it is. A real dumb boy.
It's okay.
Oh, I want to know.
There's always next time. If you want, you can use my reroll. It's on the table.
What if you need it?
I have inspiration.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah, I'll use it.
Inspiration of the bardic variety.
Investigation, 11. Is that any better?
Nope.
Well, we tried.
God. I rolled 2 really good rolls, and the rest are just like,
That
you
was
will
it.
not roll above a 10. I'm sorry.
What is Belos's passive? Nope, 10 as well.
Weird, I thought she was smarter.
What does this shop keep doing?
She knows things, but she's like not that type of smart.
Yeah, no, she's not the intelligence smart, she's like wisdom.
Yeah. She can retain information. She doesn't like work through things super well.
She just read that one book that one time, and she just happened to get a natural 20.
So yeah. That's
What do you
guys.
know, shopkeeper?
Yeah, I'll have a conversation with Holson later, but for now, that's it for me.
Akir,
Yeah.
as soon as you step out, you get a pamphlet from a very lovely looking woman.
Does she just, like, run up and give it to me?
She has like a little basket and is like, come by. Anytime. If you're feeling fancy.
Weird.
What, I am fancy. Look at the pamphlet.
It is what seems to be a nightclub.
Mm.
Oh.
Or a
Interesting.
gentleman's.
Interesting. Do they have parties?
Yes, they have reservations, bottle service, things like that. It's just strange.
Hmm.
It is called Blinks Harbor.
For Blinks Harbor?
Blinks Harbor, and looks to have like a vanishing dog.
Cool.
Oh, neat.
Are you from this land?
No.
Oh, you probably don't know what this is about.
That looks like a
That's
nightclub.
what?
I show you the
Oh, yeah.
pamphlet.
I'm very into the 15 things she's holding. But she does look at the pamphlet. She will not pick it up and hold it because she has other things in her hand, but
Do you need help?
Yeah.
does the dog just disappear?
It seems to be. Roll me a Arcana or History at advantage.
Oh no.
Oh no?
Oh no!
Oh no, 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 no.
No!
I didn't hear anything he just said.
Hi.
Hi. You okay?
Can you hear me now? Is it because
I can hear both of you now.
Is it because McAfee's
Roll me
speeding up your
History
app?
or Arcana at advantage.
Me?
Yes.
Why, okay, I will be rolling Arcana.
You're looking at the pamphlet.
You're looking at the pamphlet.
Yes. 17.
It's a foil representation of a blink dog.
Nice. I assume I know Blink Dog is Fae, so.
Yes. So it's just
Oh,
a
it's
mascot.
just should be wild. It's fun.
Mhm.
He'll look it up and down like,
Does it stay when it opens?
It says it's ours.
hmm.
It's sundown to sun up.
Oh god.
As much as I believe this is more Fey manipulation, the thing is, what you're looking for is in the dark. You may be able to find a lead here.
Maybe, you know. Not all Fae stuff is bad, by the way.
I wouldn't know. But
I would.
With that said, this brothel, this arena of flesh, might be able to offer you the answers you seek, as the rich and notable usually attend such... It's a gentleman's club. A place of flesh.
Is it a strip club?
It is basically a brothel, yeah. It's just, I use nicer words because they use nicer words.
I look at fellas. Do you want to go to a brothel? Right.
Worst case scenario is they have very fine food.
We don't have enough fruit for that.
All right.
Again,
We're gonna go find the others.
place of, people of notoriety may be there. They may be able to offer you the answers you seek.
He is right. But
Even if you do not go for pleasure, you can go there for answers.
I
I think I
agree.
would stand out like a sore thumb.
I still think you should go.
I folded the pamphlet and I'll tuck it in my bag. Do you need help with this?
I'll
No.
take some teas.
In the
Okay.
bag. I'm gonna carry them all.
You're like, no, I got this.
All
I
right.
got this.
On the other side of town, with a nice, lovely walk, we have Francis and Galen making a jaunt.
Yeah, no, Francis is making, and you see him. What was that?
You cut out.
Oh, hold on. Let me refresh. All right, is that better?
Yep.
All right. As you're walking, you see Francis. He has Palmer in his hand, and he's kind of like it looks like Palmer's inert, so like he's not moving like he normally would. But you see him just kind of like tinkering with something as he's walking, and like with this tiny little screw in his hand, tightening fittings and whatnot.
So, what are you, doing with your, I actually don't know what to call it.
Oh,
Your
it's
hand?
homunculus. And I'll once I finish tightening something, I kind of like gently pull it up into the air, and he starts floating the way he normally does, right next to me. Eventually, finding a perch on my shoulder. Yeah, he's been a loyal assistant of mine for a long time now. Call him Palmer.
Alright. Is he, sentient?
As sentient as my consciousness allows him to be, I think is the best way of putting it.
Palmer rolls his eyes. Or his eye.
Wait a
Whatever
second.
it
Why do you ask?
Just curious. I've seen it floating, and it was also useful in, that town we were at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he has a plethora of good uses, and don't let him hear me say this out loud, as I kind of like cover him, like I press my hand on top of him like I'm trying to cover an ear, but he's conveniently disposable. As immediately as I lift the hand up as if, you know, trying to say it, you see Palmer immediately turn upside down and flick the side of Francis.
Feel like he didn't like that.
No, he never does. But that being said, he's very useful, and I rely on him quite a bit for, well, just about everything. As a matter of fact, though, Palmer, can you please get me the charger?
goes and get you the charger.
Yeah, so you see Palmer float back to the backpack that is the turret that he uses, and he like presses a few spots, and then you see like a compartment open up as a small ball with what looks, you know, those static charge balls whenever you put your finger like a static little line, and something that looks like that but constantly like igniting, falls out of the turret, and he floats over and gives it to Francis. And you see Frick hold on to it, and it's reacting and everything like that. This purplish light inside this glass ball.
Huh.
Alright. Now, let's see if a theory of mine or a hope of mine actually works. As we're making our way towards the thing. Do you know, actually, besides the brief explanation of wisps that Holson gave us, do you know anything else that might be useful in case we find one?
Let me roll.
Roll an Arcana or a History.
Both -1s.
Let's go.
I'll go with history. Hey!
Hey!
Wow! Gallon!
You're more familiar with the undead variety of wisps, not the fey types. But, that bluish hue is one thing that they do have in common. The undead types, you feel a slight chill in the air when you're near them. You're not sure if it's the same deal as the fey types. That wasn't something that you were told about. But wisps, generally from what Olson's book and what she told you, the fey types can be helpful and can lead you to treasure, things like that, or guide you somewhere. It's very strange. But the fey types can be felt.
Do I know in which way they can be felt?
It's like having a high amount of sunlight on your hands.
Huh.
And it can be pushed slightly. Like you're pushing a very thin sheet.
So, I do know about some wisps. I know more about the undead than I do the fae, but I do know that they can be sensed. Almost feels like a sheet of... It's like a thin sheet of sunlight on your hand. It's weird, but that's all I really know. But they can also be helpful, or...
Yeah, no, from what I know about fae in general, never trust one. So if these ones are, if you say there's a difference between an undead one and a fae one, which is 1, concerning, 2, interesting, and 3, well, we'll have to find out, I guess. That being said, they're just creatures of magic, right?
They are innately magical beings.
Yeah, they are.
Alrighty then. Well, let's hope. He holds up this the sparking blue orb, that this actually serves as a potential lure, and maybe we'll bring one to us instead of us looking and finding one.
So, what exactly is that?
This is a concentrated bit of captured magic.
Huh.
As the best way of describing it.
And, you made it?
In a manner of speaking, I mean, from any and all of my studies, is magic simply can't be created, it simply exists. So, me capturing it in this form is me getting very lucky, especially when I actually did it when I was younger. But, it culminates around the theory of what actually happens, and as of right now, I've been using it to start up a majority of my little creations, Palmer being one of them, my turret. It doesn't need it, per se, but it helps. Especially now that, it's already been started, but it's been, on this small little bit, a small dosage of what seems to be near infinitesimal energy.
Huh.
It can't power anything large, so it's not the most useful thing, but it has yet to run out, and I've had it for years. So, my hope is that this little spark of concentrated magical energy trapped inside this glass orb would be enough to at least, well, maybe lure Wisp, especially if we're going into a location that is potentially, damaged. Which, if by my understanding from what Helson said, means that there might be a high possibility of there being an aggravated one. Which I hope not, but we'll see. All of it is just hypotheticals and educated guesses.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see. And we continue on our way.
All right. So you make your way towards the south side of the city. Exiting out, you're greeted by the guards. You're let out. Told to be careful. Now it's winter time, but still, there's still things out there. And if you plan on going to that grove, be wary of fallen branches.
Falling branches or fallen branches?
Falling and fallen. You know.
Alright, why would we be wary of the fallen ones?
You'll trip.
Good to know. Thank you.
That's fair.
I mean,
Right. As we walked past, and I was like, and there I was, after we walked past them and like we're way out of earshot, I look up to Galen. For a second there, I thought he was gonna say the fallen branches whip at you like snakes. Or was that just me?
To be fair, it's kind of weird about the fallen ones, so kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like there was something more dangerous than them. Francis trips on a fallen branch.
Yeah,
No.
and I mean, especially with... But I
Sorry.
mean, especially with, look at it.
Well,
That-
either way.
you see the large grove that is blackened, petrified. There are some things that are just falling off. Twigs just in the breeze. All of life seems to be drained out of this large area of grove. It seems to be several acres of this section.
Francis just kind of like looking at all this. Not gonna lie, that's kind of unnerving. Hold on, before we actually go in. And remember, keep an eye out for anybody that looks like a druid. Apparently there was supposed to be one over here, Holson mentioned. And Francis will go to a tree that looks like it's still alive, but like on the border.
The entirety of that grove is dead. There are no
Oh.
living trees.
So it's just one entire section.
One entire section. It's almost too perfect.
Yeah, no, Francis will kind of have Palmer go up and pick off, or like try and break the thickest branch he's able to do. Well, I take a dagger and kind of carve into the trunk of the furthest, like the closest tree to the road.
Easy enough. It
Mm.
it makes way for your knife fairly easily. Able to do deep, jagged cuts. And when you break off a branch, you don't even need to make a strength check. It's brittle to the point of like almost like mulch.
Yeah, so Francis making note of that, because even a dead trunk is still thick enough to stop a blade. So if the blade is digging in that deep with almost little to no effort, that's concerning.
This is really... I've never seen anything like this.
So, again, anything I say from this point, because I have not, as of this moment, dealt with anything like this, so when I say this, it's nothing more than an educated guess. But this isn't normal.
Yeah, no, it is not. And I'm gonna use my divine sense.
You get nothing.
All right.
All right. With that being said, I'll kind of see. So, like, I'll since it's easy to carve, I'll carve out a section deep enough so I can kind of get a sense for the circles of the tree. You know, not like slicing it down, but like carving out like a big kind of like channel through the bark, and just kind of like examine the bark itself, and it's just dry and dead and malleable all the way to as far as I can carve with just a single dagger.
Roll me an investigation. Or survival.
Let me actually get Francis's sheet. I shall do investigation because I'm an investigation freak. Ding.
The rings on this tree make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It does get more resilient as you go closer and closer to the core of the tree. But from the rings of the tree, these are 10-year-old trees. But they look like they have been here for about 40 to 50 years. Just from the size of them.
So really thin rings.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you would start to see Francis kind of like using. So he's doing a kind of like a shaka bra, if you will, with his pinky and his thumb. But he's using it kind of like to measure. Like you see him like alternating the size of it to measure the how many rings in a specific amount of space. And he just looks there concerned.
What you found?
So-
Find.
So bear with me, right?
Hmm?
As a bit of a toy maker and, working with wood along with my father when I was a kid and, just in general what I deal with a lot of wood, right? Grain structure and rings being something that is actually something you need to worry about because grains and wood structure and circles that go, they affect the consistency of wood different either way.
I know. I was a carpenter.
Oh, so you know. So you know that there's a specific amount of size. So how old would you say this tree that I'm carving into is based on the trunk size?
You can roll wood carvers or,
It was carpenters.
carpenters, whatever.
That's what I had. But what would that be? I didn't put that in my sheet for that. So 20. Plus 15.
Let's be like 40 to 50-year-old trees.
40 to 50 years.
All right. Well, see, that's the thing. See, look here, and I'll show him the inside where rings are starting to change in density.
That doesn't look right.
It seems like there is an acceleration of growth and decay. So much so that these rings, as you see here, start counting them, are growing and dying at a rapid pace. New layer, death, new layer, death, new layer, death, instead of new layer, growth, and then death. Giving the more opacity and like size of the different rings.
Yes. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, that's also gives to a good reason why all of this, as he kind of gestures to all of the sudden new growth and death, is so brittle. It actually has no fiber keeping it together.
I would like to smell the wood.
You can. Roll me. What are you trying to get out of it?
I'm just trying to pick up on any sense, like if there's anything unusual.
Roll me. Survival. It's a little bit weird. Okay. It is strange. This amount of decay, you definitely can smell it. it was greatly onset, like a. The best way I could describe it is if like raw meat was out in this like Arizona sun
Ugh.
in the middle of summer. That rapid stench.
Yeah, you see Gallon recoil for a sec, and covers his nose for a sec. Wow,
It smells musty.
that is wretched.
And the thing is, we are on the outskirts of this orchard. I think there might be branches in there that might snap at us like snakes.
Guess we'll find out.
Let's go ahead and start venturing in. Keep an eye out again. We'll keep an eye out for that druid. Maybe they're in here. You start asking him some questions, but let's go ahead and make this a habit every 10 trees or so. Kind of see how bad it is. Carve into it a little bit. Give it a bit of an investigation. See if maybe it'll tell us if we're going in the right direction towards the source or the epicenter.
All right.
And we'll go ahead and do that. We'll start venturing into the grove, keeping an eye out for the druid, and every 10 tree or so kind of repeat the process, see if it repeats itself, going deeper and deeper.
Okay. Just roll me another investigation and survival.
At
Survival
advantage,
challenge.
because I kind of have an idea what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Ooh. That's the worst survival check I've rolled yet.
Here's the weird issue. It's almost exactly the same. No
Okay.
greater intensity. It's like an exact copy of the symptoms.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. Like I said, we'll just kind of like do that going through the trees until we find a druid or somebody who kind of knows the area better.
About 30 rows in, you see a figure crouched down, gathering some dirt from the base of a tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Help! Help!
They look to you, and this person is very interesting. Roll me a perception check.
That's where I struggle. Not at an advantage, but still.
Okay. This person, Gallon, you can see clearly.
Mhm.
You can see some details to them. They're wearing darker clothes, but they don't look to be that of your typical druid, if anything. They're crouched down. They look into your direction. And, Gallon, you would notice that there are horns coming out of the hat. Like an elk's.
Huh.
Start kind of like avoiding branches as we jaunt over to that person's direction.
I say to Francis,
What?
be careful. Something's off about this person.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Fair enough.
And we'll go ahead and go over.
Yeah. They're wearing darkish gray clothing with some hand wraps, a scarf, a wide brim hat with a slight point in the back that seems to be flopped down, and you see a set of horns. This person seems to be an elf. Dark raven hair, long ponytail, a little bit of a covering. Has a maple type of staff with like a crescent hook with red wrappings and accents along them.
Mm-hmm.
As well as a sword to their side.
Yeah, so As we approach, Francis, unless stopped earlier by this gentleman with a gesture, we'll get to about a not in your personal space bubble distance. About 5 feet. And hello there. We were told that there would be a druid of sorts investigating this area around this time. Would that be you?
I am a druid, yes.
Would you be associated with the druidic circle in this town?
I am not.
Ah.
As they, gather the dust in the jar that they have, I'm currently investigating this area for this strange, what seems to be extremely magical happenstance.
Well, myself and my colleague are doing much the same, but it seems, well, we found you by chance, seeing as we were expecting, what was it, there was 3 druids in the circle in this area?
There are 4. If you're
Oh.
looking for the one of the circle that's out here, they are closer to the center of the grove, about an acre that way.
Well, thank you for the investigation. What brings you here then, seeing as you're not associated with that same circle in this area?
Random out of intrigue. I mean, an entire several acres of orchard just turned to dust. Basically. It's very unsettling. And as you get closer to this person, they have a darker skin, a little bit of longer nails, color black. They seem to be an elf with a pale blue eye. One has a patch over the other, and wears dark boots.
All right. Francis will look over to Gallon, and I'm pretty sure Gallon is keeping a very sharp eye on this guy. I don't need to say anything.
Yeah, he is.
They are more of an androgynous look. You're not too sure what's going on.
Can I smell this person?
You can. You smell nothing.
Oh, that's weird.
So, you're intrigued, much like we are. There's a druid who is investigating. You say he's closer to the center. Perhaps we should all get together, because we've done our own little bit of investigation, primarily into the trees themselves. We've discovered a few things, probably what the other druid might already know, being as we only just started.
Can I use my divine sense?
Yes.
Second use of it. Do they, do I get
Not
anything?
ping.
Oh, even more unnerving.
But I continue on, because I'm not sure what Gallon's doing. I'm talking to this guy directly. So that way maybe we can touch base, maybe get some information from one another, and maybe get down to the root of the cause of this. Sound good?
The root of the cause is a very interesting thing to say. The roots, as you look down, the roots look just like the tops of the trees. Are a sheer mirror. It is very strange. It's almost as if the entire tree is once petrified, not a gradual state.
It would seem that way. And what we've found out, though, is at least there's still a healthy core, but everything that's happening is a matter of new growth and death.
But when a tree dies, it goes from the core outwards.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that odd?
So that's why I'm wondering. So, by chance, would you like to join us and find this other druid so we can converse with one another?
You go on ahead. I'll probably see you again.
Mayhaps, perhaps a name to call you by?
You can call me Callum.
Callum. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Callum. I'm Junkrat.
Junkrat. And you.
And
Name's Gallon.
Galen.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you both.
pleasure.
Here. As they give you the jar of dirt. This is from the base of the roots. I have plenty. This might be able to reveal some things.
Well, thank you very much. You have yourself a productive search.
What is your passive perceptions?
I have a 12.
16, but 21 if it's for hearing or smell.
16?
Mm-hmm.
You see 3 symbols that look familiar to you
Oh?
that you've seen on Wholesome.
Oh? Oh? And what symbols were these?
You're not too sure because you weren't introduced to them. You just noticed it on her blade before.
And wait, where are these symbols?
On their blade.
They're a warlock.
So, I guess I will see you when I see you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe next time we'll have more information to share with one another.
Indeed.
I'll give the jar of dirt. I'll give the jar of dirt to Palmer, so Palmer will be holding it next to me.
Okay. As soon as you guys look at each other and see about the direction, they're gone.
Oh, that's...
There's
Wow.
evidence that they were there. They're just gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
as you look away, you see them walk away deeper into a different direction of the orchard. Because Gallon has a 16. Passive perception.
Okay.
Well, so now we have one more clue. Another third party interested in this entire processes.
That
And-
person was very weird.
You're telling me?
Do you look at their steps?
Gallon would be watching them walk away, so yeah. Is there anything interesting about it? Hello?
Lycan?
Uh-oh.
Again,
Like it.
what's wrong with their steps?
Gallon really doesn't like the fact that he couldn't smell him.
Well,
It's
you
super
know.
weird. He's just doing the worm everywhere. He doesn't actually walk.
Now that would be something of note.
They're looking for his druid does specifically the moonwalk everywhere. For some reason, it only does 80s dance moves. We don't know why.
I you want to know who this person is.
I'm gonna call
Just tell
them.
them.
I'm gonna call them Neutral Party 1.
Their name is Callum.
Oh, I already put him on my enemies list.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
My-
Hold on. What did you say, Holson?
Their name is Callum.
Is that who you're looking for?
No.
Oh.
A wild party appears.
Mm-hmm. With similar markings than you do, so you're probably not the only person here.
I mean, she's not the only person here. We're here.
I meant, from that was sent here by her dragon.
Yeah.
I'm the only person my dragon has, so good fucking luck, buddy.
Apparently not.
That's a lie.
It's
Lycan?
super quiet.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Hello?
Did you just like get pissed off and kick your computer or something?
I was about to because my internet crashed for like half a second.
Well,
That explains that.
Glad it's back. So, what the fuck's up with
Like
this
it.
dude's steps?
They are not boot prints. They seem to be more avian.
What the fuck?
Bird person.
I point that out to Francis.
The hell?
Yeah.
I look
and
at them.
Another weird thing. He had no scent. Nothing.
You were smelling him?
Don't act like you don't know I do this.
I know you track people very well. I didn't know you did it by smelling them.
Yes, that is how I do it.
Alrighty then. No judgment. Just learning something new is all.
Sorry.
Then we'll start making our way towards the center of the thing. While we're walking, with Palmer holding it in front of me, I'm examining the dirt.
Okay. The dirt is basically ash. Do an investigation. There's flecks of something in there, but you're not too sure what.
Like, so there's flecks as in shiny?
Like porous, like little like bits of something, some material. You'd have to spread it out and like actually take it out of the jar to figure out. Probably, you're not too sure what it is.
All right. But yeah, we'll just be making our way while I'm kind of like looking through it, kind of making observations, if you will.
Find anything interesting in it?
And there's something in it. I can't. I mean, like, we're stepping in it, a majority of it, but looking at it close up, it's strange. I mean, instead of dirt, it mimics the same consistency as ash, and there's some sort of material in it. I can't really. I'll need to do a more in-depth look later. But, I mean, while we're walking through this and it's being held in front of me by, you, as he gestures to Palmer, that just, I'll have more time to look at it later.
Alright, let me take a quick look. Never know.
I'll have Palmer just kind of, like, float up to your head.
Like dirt.
Or I'll float up to your eye level so you can examine the jar.
A little bit of soot from like whatever like fine material gets in your eye as he floats up.
Ow. Yeah, not really seeing anything more than...
Well, it's not your eyes that I was, asking, as he makes a joke.
Wait, what'd you say?
It wasn't your eyes that I was asking.
Oh.
Yeah, Francis can be a bit of an asshole, I'm sorry.
Gallon's good.
But yeah, that being said, do we find the other,
Like and said 1 second.
Oh.
You make your way, and you actually see what would you deem as a standard fare druid wearing greens, like a little bit of an auburn orange, some furs. Very large man. You can roll me nature or arcana.
Arcana, all day.
That's a half ogre.
Oh.
That's a big son bitch.
He has a big ass bushy beard, with like what seems to be a holly staff.
Huh. Kind of noticing him and be like, all right, well, same thing as the last one. Maybe this one's a fourth party. We'll see. Hail! Hail!
Hey, what are you lot doing in here?
Oh, we are associates of Holson. I think she met you all.
All right. Cheshire and the rest of them mentioned a bunch of kids walking around.
Kids. Huh.
Kids.
Well,
I can't remember the last time I've been called that.
well, same.
6 years old.
Well, actually, no. Scratch that. I get called that quite often. That's besides the point. Either way, I'm Francis. We're associates with Holson, and we were told that there was going to be a druid investigating this location here today. Would that be you? All right.
Me
well-
and Snickers.
Snickers?
Snickers.
As he undoes one of his robe, like his robe sleeves, you see a gigantic python.
Oh.
Of a
Oh, then.
cream and brown color.
It's a very beautiful animal you have there.
Yes, he's very cold, but he insists to go on with me everywhere.
Well, it's always good to have a companion with you. As he kind of gestures to Palmer, who's holding the jar of dirt. This is Palmer. Either way. So we're in here doing our own personal little investigation of what's going on here. I'm guessing you are too. We actually ran into me as a player forgot. Callum with an M.
Yep.
All right. A gentle elven figure named Callum claimed to be a druid doing the same. You aware of his presence here?
No.
Oh.
He said he had a curious interest in the happenings down here. We spoke to him for a minute. He's the one that gave me the jar of dirt. And, kind of went on to his own devices.
Well, that's interesting. I've never met this person. But yes, it seems to be job dirt. I have been noticing this area in particular, and he points over, and you see not black or like hard darkened dirt, but bleach white,
Oh.
like veins.
Going up the trees or on the ground?
From the ground into the trees.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's not like that at the edge of the orchard.
It is not. Everywhere else is exactly the same in every single core of these trees. Except for this spot.
So have you already examined the cores of the trees as well?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Standard ranger practice as well as druidic.
alright, because we started with the same. We found that there was evidence of several very thin layers of birth and decay, or growth and decay, but a more or less relatively healthy center. Is it the same for these trees with the vines? Or veins?
These ones with the veins are unnatural.
In what way?
Here.
Alright.
He
I'll
shows
go.
you like a thick chunk of tree that he puts in his like meaty ass paw that's like a lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You see a fibrous substance replacing what the core of the tree was, stretching
What?
outwards. is porous and spongy.
I'll go ahead and snap for Palmer to get closer with the jar of dirt. As I rotate it to get a better look at what's inside the dirt, does it match?
Slightly, yes. Go ahead and roll nature checks.
Yep, that's about right.
That's fungus. Like mushroom.
Well, that's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Francis, as once I kind of make the confirmation that it's the same as the dirt, this, from my understanding, is a sample of dirt taken about. How far have we traveled from where we talked to Callum?
An acre? Oh.
About an acre that way. Do you think maybe there's some sort of infestation in the dirt? In the underground, maybe?
There are no nutrients, and it doesn't go further than this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Here, look, and I show him the big specks in the dirt. There's evidence of it further down the way.
Yes.
So all
But
of these trees
As
were...
you look down, there is like a 20-foot deep hole.
Oh!
There's none of that besides around the trees.
Huh.
Is there anything underground? I don't know, like, what was it that Holson was looking for? A garden underground or something?
Yeah. That is what she was looking for.
I'm guessing you're suggesting that there is a spores circle?
I have... Look. As you can tell by my visage and my equipment, I'm more of a mechanicist.
Right.
I don't know a lot about nature.
You're about gizmos.
Would I have ever run into a spore circle in
Roll me history.
Oh boy. Hey!
There have been known to be spore druids in the Empire. They are usually hunted and gutted out of that region wherever they are.
So... Yeah,
Some can be a very much detriment, but not every one of them are bad. They are just basically hunted like witch hunt.
Just like a weed, they can't stay in the garden.
Spore druids, well, some of them, they're not good.
Yes. This is also too strange for a spore druid to transmute a tree instead of overgrowing over it. This is full transmutation, alteration of its base form.
Do you think a spore druid could do this?
Not one I've seen.
No. And bear with me, alright? So, by any chance, you've been in this area, right?
Yes.
You live here.
For 60 years.
The time frame is mildly relative. Does this happen to be the exact location where all of this decay started to grow from? Before it reached the end of this particular orchard. Hello?
Lycan? Oh, god damn it.
Again?
Seems like.
Not liking this.
Oh, this is starting to get heavy, Holson. What did you bring us to?
Yeah, Holson. It's your fault.
Mm-hmm. Just had to be a warlock!
I didn't know.
It had to have a Fey god, despite the fact that you're already a Fey.
I'm an elf.
I know, but you already gained like a bunch of the Fey features.
I just like Fae. I just think they're neat. I just think that complicated relationships are fun.
So, are we gonna have to fight your circle of spores?
Not Circle of Spores.
Well, you know.
Frickin' my shit is fucking up, and I don't like it. So this
I
we
don't
would
want
have
to fight
said
my
is
Circle of Spores.
the growth and decay started from the outside and then funneled in, and now this vein is moving outwards.
Okay. Is this the last place that, well, was affected then? If we're going to be thinking
Yes.
in reverse.
Okay, this was the last place that was affected.
Well, so that's... I see why this is where you started your we're investigating when we found you.
Mm-hmm.
This would be where any bit of vital information can be found. Have you checked to see if the growth is stunted by creating a what's it called? No, that would take too much time and effort. Like by removing a circle of trees around this to prevent it from growing from tree to tree, you know?
We thought it was transmuting via roots and chopped several trees on the outskirts away from the city, and it didn't seem to slow it down.
Alright, so that must mean there's something traveling, either airborne or via the ground, like an insect of sorts, if you will. I'm picturing in my head something like ants, but not ants. Despite the fact, it's just trying to think of what could logically be transmuting it from tree to tree if it's not from the ground or root system to root system.
There is no underground stream that moves through here. There's only insect carcasses of normal tree burrows, beetles. I've done a thorough check.
And I'm taking your word. I'm taking your word for it. Like I said, you have more of a expertise in this kind of thing than I do. This is just me putting in a second pair of eyes, and whether or not it helps you is to be determined. And you know nothing about some sort of underground garden in this area.
Unless you're talking about the folklore, the story of Hollow.
Alright, that's good. Okay, there's usually some truth to most stories, so hit me with the digits, come on.
Okay. He regales you the story similar to the flower shop owner selling. The only difference is that he gives you a name for the beast.
Okay.
Jabberwock.
Jaguar. Huh. Fun. And theoretically, following the idea of treating it all as absolute truth. By any chance would a wisp be the key to finding it?
You're looking for a wisp. That without any need for your passive, there's definitely a grin of intrigue. Now, which wisps are you looking for?
What was it? Holson said the purple ones talk? And have a tendency to be helpful?
I thought that was the blue one.
Oh, the blue one. But the purple ones are the ones that talk.
Yeah.
Do I have that right, sir?
You are correct.
Alright, cool. Okay, so you say that you have a way of finding what we need.
I have seen several wisps in the city.
Uh-huh. Where are they congregating?
They don't congregate. They do strange tasks. They go to places where things need help.
It's strange. It's almost like they're being guided in a direction. A lot of things that are bad, or someone that is wanting to do harm to the city. It's strange to see a creature like that, who is so free-spirited, be a guide in such a structure. As he looks towards the city, I've met several wisps over my years, and I've met one purple. But the one that is very peculiar is the Golden Wisp.
Golden.
Did Olsen mention anything about a Golden Wisp?
I don't.
Not once.
I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
no. Okay. You kind of have us at now we're learning something. What is it significant about a Golden Wisp?
I've never seen one. It's...
I have a nickname for it, and so do the elders of the town. Hollow's Chime. It's an oddity that we see around Founders Day, but on a rare occasion, it shows itself in places of dire need.
When is Founders Day?
2 days.
Isn't that a coincidence? Isn't that a coincidence?
Not a coincidence. It's
Lucky.
none of this is.
Yeah.
So, with your everything, what is your best conclusion to all this?
The wisps or this?
With the folklore, the interesting fungi, the appearance of another druid from another circle finding it just as interesting in you, and everything, this Golden Wisp and it being Founders Day here soon and all this happening at around the same time. What's the most bizarre reason you could think of right this moment?
Story states that wherever the Jabberwock laid had a land of petrification and death followed. Till someone came up and slew the beast. That would have been Hollow, along with her friend. Settled the town, and to me this looks like petrification and death. But also it seems to be something more. The fact that there is another druid here does concern me, and it brings my intrigue, but the fact that there are strangers looking for wisps that I've never heard or never seen before. It's strange.
All we were told is that a wisp is the key to finding this underground garden.
Now, I don't know about an underground garden. I've never been there. I've never found this grove of crystal. I have tried. But the city wisps and the wisps of the forest never taken me there. There is a mystery to that, maybe something I don't have, or not deemed worthy. But I have tried to find it, and in my years, I've never gotten close. The closest I've been is seeing the Golden Wisp.
So there's a Golden Wisp.
Does the Golden Wisp appear anywhere specific?
the clock tower, sometimes near the statue of Ingrid Hollow. That is in the center square.
Francis will look to his the glowing orb in the glass orb in his hand and kind of like roll it in between his fingers as he's thinking. So, where the Jabberwock above board, where the Jabberwock died, is where the decay starts.
Where the Jabberwock walked,
Okay.
death surely followed and decay, and petrification rised.
And petrification rise. Is this location dead center of the grove, or is it kind of like more
It's the
like
dead
leaning
center
toward where the
of
city is?
This grouping of this grove.
This grouping of this grove.
This grouping of this, like the trees in the arbor.
And I remember you describing the town as all these orchards circle this city, right?
And this one, like, little Simon Says type of, like, pie shape is all dead.
So it's like an arrow pointing to the city.
Mm-hmm.
And from where we're standing, does that tower happen to be dead center as we look through?
Yep.
Francis just kind of looks up at Galen. Well, now I know where to set the bait. Come on.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Question. Before I make a fool of myself on a guess, is there any way to attract a wisp?
Depends on the kindred spirit it's made from. Wisps are strange. They don't have a set mind of their own. They are that of the feelings left behind, that of sorrow, decay, and regret is the undead. Joy, bliss, happiness, and frolicking for the Fae. It's the mirrors of the planar... well, the planar lips. The lips.
The Golden Wisp, it is a fae, right?
I don't know. I've never seen a golden wisp. I've seen a purple here and there. Blues, definitely. But it's the only place I've ever heard of a golden wisp.
Well, you found that golden wisp near that tower, right?
Yes.
Where the Jabberwock walked, there is death and petrification, and Francis kind of like gestures the path towards that clock. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen in the next 2 days, and it's going to happen there. That's my craziest guess. And I think Holson needs to be there. That being said, thank you for your time.
And I hope we'll be seeing you at dinner.
Ah, you'll be at dinner. Well, since you didn't ask my name...
Oh, I thought we
sorry.
did.
I gave him mine, but
Yep.
he didn't offer his, and I wasn't going to be rude to ask.
It's fine. My name is Saxon.
It's good to meet you, Saxon. Thank you for all the information.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what we needed, and hopefully, if there's anything we brought to light, maybe of interest to you to help you and your fellow druids. So, that being said, we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you, Saxon.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
Pleasure's mine, boys. If you find any other news, bring him by the tree.
All right.
And if I find any other news, I will send a messenger.
Appreciate it. Anything will be helpful. I mean,
Hmm.
seems like we're here to help.
I hope. It's nice to have some aid in these strange times.
Agreed. And question. So, this is about the town, not so much of it. Has it always been this happy-go-lucky? I mean, I've heard stories, but
This town grew exponentially. We are almost enough to be called a second. I want to say we're close to the size of one of Ingford's inner rings.
I could see that.
Ingford had about 500 years to grow. Hollow's Hope has had 100.
So it's grown a third of the size in less than a quarter of the time.
Exactly.
It is.
Whatever blessing was cast upon this place brings joy to a lot of people when there is a lot of sorrow out in this desolate world, especially after that. As he points to the sky.
The second moon?
Mm-hmm. Many people came here looking for second chances from other places.
Yeah, that sounds about what I heard growing up. All
Not
right.
everyone stays, but everybody remembers.
Yeah, we do. Either way, you take care of yourself, Saxon.
You too, young Francis.
And we'll be on our way.
All right. Back to Team A. Akira and Olsen.
Hello.
It takes about the same amount of time for both groups to get done what they needed to get done because they were on the opposite sides. So do you want to meet up with the rest of the party, or do you want to do another investigation somewhere else?
It's Holson's show.
It's my show.
Yes, we are here for your thing.
I kind of want to go back to the I want to go back to the inn that we're staying at. Keeping eyes out for weird events.
Then to
And-
the end. May your
So,
eyes and may your eyes be ever sharp. As I inspire you. You can add 1d8 to anything for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, yes. So for 10 minutes, I'd like to keep my eyes out so that I don't fall into any mishaps with all of my groceries.
Okay. You don't fall into any mishaps. There's actually a slew of good things that happen. Like somebody wins a raffle. People are given flowers. And you see a very happy little bird man.
A very happy little bird man?
Yep, just walking down towards the inn.
Is it my happy bird man?
It is your happy bird man.
Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna yell out at him.
Olsen.
Just waddles over. I found some very interesting spells.
Oh, like what?
They are the second level, and they were super cheap.
Oh, great. Do you have the paper for it?
I was able to pay for it. Yes. I have got right here, as it like pulls out a scroll. Rhymes binding ice.
Ooh.
I know that spell. I know of it.
Yes. It's a cone of coals, basically, and like it solidifies people. We have a lot of enemies that tend to charge at us in large groups. So this might be very good for our encounters, and as well as this vortex warp. Is like extremely fucking excited. Like his feathers are poofed to the
Do you want some
max.
tea?
No. He says, great. This will aid all of us. If any of our companions are downed or need to get out of trouble.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I am interested to see this in practice.
It would take a while. I was only able to find these spells. I could find paper ink later. I don't have enough paper ink to put them in my book.
How much do you need?
It's
Poor
Mean.
wizards, man.
So expensive.
it's truly expensive.
Doesn't his order of scribe help him?
It makes
It
it a
does.
little easier.
But it's still a lot, and he got
Yeah.
2 level 2 spells.
Yeah, that's expensive.
It is
Ooh.
expensive.
Let me look at my how many coins do I have?
Do. Copying books.
Okay.
It takes 50 gold pieces per level.
Oh, I'll give him at least 50.
So
I'll give him 50 gold and start with 1 for now. You
Well,
can match the other 50.
Well, 50 gold per level, so that's a lower
I-
spell.
100 gold.
But
But he's scribes, so it's less than that.
yeah.
Oh, wow, he can copy this spell into his spellbook really fast.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes for the level 2 spell.
Spell doesn't require ink. Yeah, he can just do it fast. It looks like he doesn't get like a reduction.
Yeah, that sucks.
So yeah,
Oh, I'll give him 50. So if he just holds on for a bit and maybe like we get a payday of some sort, then
yeah, it would take
Yeah.
200 gold pieces to put these in his book.
well, I give him 50. He has to come up with 150. So
So yeah, here's a start. Do you want me to take some of those?
No,
do
we
you want some
tried.
tea?
Oh, okay.
I just want to have tea with someone.
I could take a cup, but like, it's just exciting. And like
Yeah,
his
use
like
caffeine.
eyes are like, why?
Yeah, I'm gonna make when we get to the inn. I'll let him know that like, could put these in your room. I'll be in just a bit.
So, the group congregates back at the inn.
Before all of the group gets there, I want one moment alone with Bellows. Just one.
Okay. All right.
Be back at her room.
Yeah, drop all your stuff off.
Yeah, I gotta throw all these tea bags. I got also something for Gallon, but that'll wait.
Oh.
I got you some weird fucking juice, buddy.
Hell yeah!
It's for cravings. It's probably not for your cravings, but I'm doing the best I can. But yeah, she'll drop all of her stuff off, and if they're like alone in the room, she's gonna do it really quickly. She's just gonna make it as like she does not want to dwell on it. These are for you, and just gonna hand her the flowers that she got specifically at the little garden thing. It looks nice. There's a town flower, neat. Thought they would put it for you, so
For me?
enjoy.
Oh, thank you. He looks around, puts it on the table. They look good.
He's not breathing. She can hold her breath for up to 3 minutes.
You're not breathing.
Yeah, I have a con of +3. I can hold my breath for a while. But yeah.
There, when she puts it down, there is a slight thing of discomfort on her face. Like something just came over, like a wave.
Is something wrong?
It feels slightly nauseous. It's okay.
Okay. That doesn't sound great.
I don't usually get nauseous. So, it's
Weird.
It's probably the fruits.
I find you some new fruits. Maybe the herb lady has something for your things that
As long as
maybe work just well.
As long as I remember, that's the only thing that helps.
Is there anything I can get you?
No, it's fine. So there's the flowers. Very nice.
Yes.
So,
Did you sit down? Are you alright?
I think I'll be fine.
Okay. If you don't like them, I could give them to Francis. Of
No,
course.
the flowers are great. They bring color to the room.
Alright.
Is there something?
Oh, no, I just thought I would give you flowers, It's a nice thing to do.
It was very nice. I didn't expect it.
You were talking to Akia, and so I thought about just doing something nice.
You're talking to a kid, and I got jealous.
No, didn't get jealous of Akia.
The fact that you specifically said that's why you did it makes it seem like jealousy.
There's an
You were talking.
Yes, I was talking to Akir, and you just thought it was nice to do.
Yes, you weren't paying attention, so
Oh,
Nice surprise.
So you're trying to do something in secret.
Oh. Just a nice surprise, then.
It was lovely, yes.
After an awkward silence.
Yep, this is like... Oh, she's waiting expectantly.
Yeah, the
Like,
entire
is that it?
the entire time I was doing that, Akira's just down there in the tavern, just holding a large table for us.
She doesn't, like, if Bella's, like, is paying attention, it doesn't look like she knows what to do next, but she's very much, like, looking for something, and she's like, oh, it's been too long. Oh, it's been quiet too long. I have to go. Oh.
Okay.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
I'll be right down. I'm just going to go to
Okay.
the restroom real quick. Put some water on my face.
Okay. All right. She rushes out.
Okay.
It's,
She's gonna buy a shot at the bar. The minute she gets done, she's like, whatever your strongest thing is. Just a shot of it.
is Group B
Are you sure
coming
you
in?
want the strongest thing? As you see, like, a goblin right down there, instead of the lovely red-headed woman.
Yes. Maybe.
Would you like it sweet or like it bitter?
Bitter. Bitter. It's going to be almost there.
Goes down. Here you go. Here's liquors made with black licorice.
I drink it anyway.
Ew.
It is
Disgusting.
100% gross, and it's
Jaeger.
completely.
That's what it tastes.
Like you made a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure. Yeehaw. Nope.
You instantly need to release that from your stomach, or
Hey,
something bad will happen.
You got a D8, don't you?
It's for 10 minutes. Has it been 10 minutes?
It's has been less than 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm gonna roll a D8. So I can't release it from my stomach. Is it better?
It's an 11.
It's better, but it's twisting.
I sit with it.
Okay.
And, you just see a distant stare, Akira. She'll sit down at the table with you, but just a distant stare.
You look
Sure.
green.
3 minutes.
You look
We're
green.
able to keep it.
I'm blue, but thank you.
No, you look green.
Oh,
It's a side effect.
great.
You're about to vomit.
Nope.
Oh, she's turning yellow now.
Can I insight her to see if she's actually handling it well?
You can definitely do it. Roll a deception.
She's not.
Disadvantage
Oh,
if you want to hide this.
tried her best. She tried her best.
Wow, the other one was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not gonna end well.
Holson, take care of yourself. Now is not the time for heroics. There's latrine over there. No one will judge you.
You'll be fine.
No one will judge you.
Water at the table. Is there water at the table?
I might have ordered water.
Passes you water.
Does Akira have water?
Yes.
She drinks Akira's water.
Oh, I just got lime for that.
I'll
Nope.
get you another.
What do you draw out? Things you say. Another.
What are you talking about?
Blah.
Blah.
Blah. You.
Goblin learned. Oh,
We'll learn Romanian.
Vampire.
Common through like vampire films.
Oddly enough, it kind of reminded me of Garland. Oh, hey, Garland!
Hi, Akir. How's
That's
your next trip? That's how we enter.
This,
Like Colton putting like a cold glass to her face.
man.
Are you
Usually,
okay?
Holston,
Yeah, I'm fine.
Holston
people
looks...
that drink that.
She looks like she ate a whole eel.
I'm fine.
Yeah, not a good one.
Alright.
And-
I'm good.
Quill, you look excited.
Looks like cracked out just over these two spells.
Hey, Quill,
What
Yes.
are you able to inscribe spells?
Yes, I am.
Like, right now, you have gold for it?
No.
Alright, I give you 150
do you
gold.
need gold?
I,
Fuck you! That's what I was gonna do!
I have so much money.
He looks at you as like, are you sure?
I'm rich beyond your comprehension.
He just runs. Just like,
Well, bye, Quill!
Good.
Alright.
Francis just kind of walks
So-
in. So you're just giving away money? I'll take some.
Sure, how much you need?
I don't need any. I mean, I'll take whatever you give me. He says that in a joke, as a joke. Not gonna actually do that.
Alright. So,
Sorry.
did you guys discover anything?
We are going to the brothel later.
What?
Yes.
We are also doing that. We got approached. But
I'll show you the pamphlet.
terrible.
I'll show you the pamphlet with like the blink dog on and everything. We are thinking Zara may be able to find someone of rapport to give us information.
Well,
We also found
Okay.
out. We also found out about the story. We got told a story, and we also bought a lot of tea. I have some juice for you. And she just
Me?
points directly at Gallon. Yes,
oh.
it should help you.
Holston, you're sweating.
Yep.
Yeah, you do look a
Maybe I
little
should have
green.
taken the-
Colton.
I like how
No,
she
maybe I
just.
should have.
I like how she just says yep and then it goes on.
Do you need my help?
She's doing very well. Usually, people that order that drink foam from the mouth.
Oh!
There's no foam yet.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I got you some juice. It might be good for you. But while I was getting the juice, she was telling me a story about, this folklore of the land and
Yeah, we heard a similar story, I think.
about a crystal grove
Mm-hmm.
where a friend watches over, the burial. I think it might be that statue right there. That's my
Actually,
Well,
we have a story for you.
yeah. And we
All
can
right.
Fill in the blank.
I need water.
You need water?
So
You're going to
I like
as you get a mysteriously like sherbet rainbow colored drink passed to you.
I'm gonna drink it.
That's not. You're not even gonna
I'm
sniff
good.
it first. Not gonna.
Nope. Not everybody.
Bold.
As soon as it
Thanks,
goes
Gavin.
down,
Francis kind of like gestures up to you. Hold on.
She's already drinking it.
You already drinking it. It's
I'm
like
about to see
melted
colors.
yellow. The consistency and everything that was bitter and like turning in your stomach slowly but surely stops. And you feel a sense of normalcy and equilibrium. You don't feel the same, but you feel more normal.
The rainbow drink is good.
Huh.
I'm just gonna keep sipping on that.
So, your story, Francis.
So it's the same one that she was talking about, except we can fill in some gaps. For instance, that beast that was mentioned, there's a name, specifically the Jabberwock.
Oh, yes, snake.
Jabberwocky, baby.
Moving forward, there is a mention. So, by the way, we got this information from one of the druid peeps that you mentioned was going to be there. He was there, and we talked to him. His name was Saxon. He's a nice guy.
Very large fellow.
Very large. He was interested. We also found this elven figure. His name was Callum.
Yeah,
who was also interested in what's going. He seemed
weird.
a little off.
What? I don't. What made him seem off?
Well, the
Callum?
fact that he had absolutely no scent, and the footprints that he left behind were avian.
He had horns.
And he had horns.
I know nothing about
He's
Fae.
bird with horns.
I know nothing about Fae.
There's a
Is this
bird with
normal?
horns. I don't
So,
know.
But moving on. All right. The
Not
story
enough
aside.
was given for her to question that not being
and-
normal.
Also, Holson, can I see your sword real quick?
Sure. I
I'll
operated on the table.
It's
look at the
strange.
markings on it.
It's strange to use wooden weaponry.
Akir,
Strange that you don't.
you see a elder draconic rune.
The Chronic. Either of you read.
Yes. Of
Any?
course, I can read the rune.
Okay.
I can read the rune. I can't speak it, but I can read it.
All right.
so what is
these
the-
symbols?
So what does the rune mean?
It
Because
is,
she can read it, but does she understand it?
it is the old word for dragon.
Self-explanatory. It's Draconic rune saying dragon.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This one is old because it is not the now traditional inscription of the word dragon. Usually dragon is like Emperor of Flame or things like that. Like that structure that equals this into
What?
dragon.
Would I have seen like similar runes in Sorik's palace?
You would have seen something similar to that of Sultan of Lightning, but it's not the same. What is called lingual structure, or like the structure's not the same. It's like seeing Mandarin and Cantonese together, knowing it's both like similar, but it's completely not what it is.
I assuming
It's similar,
it
but it's
is-
different enough.
I assume it is Draconic written with Elvish flair or Sylvan flair. So it's like a
it
mixture.
is-
So it's like a mixture between those two runes, or those two
It's
languages.
like primordial and
Oh, I also,
primordial dragon.
oh, I also speak primordial and dragon.
All right. So, this does confirm what I thought. That man, that druid that we ran into, Francis, his blade had similar runes.
What does he say?
What his rune says.
I
The best just like, oh, you should have read the sword.
I don't think I spoke the language.
Can you draw it?
Do you remember what they look
I
like?
got a passing glance, but I can certainly try.
You can fucking, if you have painters, you can do that, or you can do sleight of hand with charisma if you're proficient.
I'm not proficient.
I can inspire you. Add a D8 to that.
Go for it.
Alright, you're inspired.
All right. So that would be.
Gotta like being a bard. Wow, huh.
Oh! Oh!
Hmm.
Oh!
Fine.
You know what?
Fuck it, I'll use my inspiration.
You could re-roll the D8 as well.
Cool.
Dear God,
Fuck.
no. What's the D8?
Okay, 10!
That-
It's a 10!
It's better by 1.
Well, it's been fairly. It's something that happened recently, so it should be advantage.
Oh!
Okay.
That's
Okay!
Fucking what?
Plus the D8.
roll high.
Okay! 13!
He has a better form of structure.
Yep.
It looks almost.
I'm just
exactly
watching
the
him
same.
erase it, and then redraw, and then erase, and then redraw.
It's almost exactly the same to the Rudaic Trinity that is on your blade. Giant, draconic fae.
Can I use prestidigitation to create an illusionary version of that? Like, try to fill in the gaps to connect them?
Oh, I know Giant. So.
Well,
What is the
do
runes?
you mean, were the runes giant, or are they just big runes?
No, the rune. One of the runes is in giant. One of the runes is
Do-
draconic. One of the runes is.
Do I know what the Giant rune says, Lycan?
It is that of Jotun.
The
High Jotun.
I don't know anything about giants.
rune
Yeah.
here, it's in Giant. It means high Jotun.
Do I know anything about giants? Are there even giants, Wolfswari?
Oh, there are.
Oh,
Roll me a history check.
hell yeah. It's straight 0.
At least it's not a minus one.
I mean, I can't
That
add
there are
my...
giants
You know what?
that are.
I'm going to add my inspiration to that because we're going to take a short rest soon and I get all this back on a short rest.
Yeah.
15.
15. There are several different types of giants
In Wolfswari.
in Westwari. Specifically, that of stone giants and desert giants. Desert giants are kind of like the in-between between stone and hill. They're very strange. They're very lanky. They're tall. That of tannish skin.
Do they in any way relate to this Jotun?
Jotun is just a roundabout word for giant, but they could be quantified as Dune Jotun.
So this rune did not have a prefix.
This rune has the prefix of High Jotun.
What does high mean in giant?
I would assume of greater standing.
Languages have
Galen,
different...
because you know giant.
Oh,
High meaning that of nobility or elder Jotun.
high in this sense means either nobility or just elder.
So both
But
dragons and giants are interested in this corruption.
I do find it
Close,
odd
hey.
that our druid friend that we ran into has the same type of blade-ish as our
You know,
resident warlock.
it might not be too weird. Would I know why anybody else would have like a blade like this?
You have no idea, and the blade was completely brass.
Yeah.
The entirety of the blade was completely brass.
I also have 2 more bardic inspirations if anybody wants them for any reason.
Cool.
Can I look at Akir's feet?
My feet?
Does he just have his feet out?
Yes.
Yeah.
He does not.
Does he have his
doesn't-
feet out?
He does not wear shoes, but he does have injeweled bracers on his ankles.
If he didn't have his shoes on, Would they make bird-like intentions?
I have no shoes.
They are not the same.
Okay.
No, the difference between birds and organic is that our fourth digit is on the ankle, while the bird's fourth digit is behind.
Mm-hmm.
I was mostly wondering just because, well, mine's completely wood. And if his is completely brass, maybe he has an entity that does that for him. Are they... Do you know where they went? Are they still there?
So, Holson, you know this for a fact, and I'm just going to give it straight to you. There is only
Great.
one other person that you know of that knows about the Rudaic Trinity.
Yes.
And that was the wizard guy down in Castaway now. Talos, who had been digging into old temples, ruins, and things like that, and found those.
Well, it looks like we're going back.
But his had the notable lead of the giant, while yours has the notable lead for the top rune being Sylvan. This person had it where it was giant
Sonic.
and Sylvan at the top.
Interesting. Strange. Do I know any Fey giants? Just vaguely?
Roll me Arcana.
I don't have to know a ton about them. I just have to know if they exist.
We know there's fearbolgs, but
Yeah.
Real Fey, like, not just that, but like current Fey giants, not former.
Like full-blooded Fey giants.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Yeah, not just a bloodline.
Well, I rolled 9.
Not
Do you want a bardic inspiration?
Sure, no.
I have 2 more. I can just throw them around all willy-nilly. You get
Well,
inspiration, and you get an inspiration.
I mean,
No,
this is the
no.
time.
Would a D8 help?
It's a high DC.
Would a D8 help?
D8?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Alright, never mind.
Not unless you had something else to stack upon it.
No, I don't.
Unless you want me
I
to
will
bless
let
you.
her use my reroll.
Francis,
shit.
Francis is giving you his reroll. That's your third reroll today, Holson.
I know. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll
this is
actually
kind of
learn
the way it
something.
works, so want you to succeed.
What was he doing? Arcana.
14.
14.
Want a D8?
I feel like
Sure.
it would help now.
Cool, take one.
Yeah!
22!
22. What
Do I know anything about Fey
Here's what
giants?
she needed? Oh my god.
What she needed.
Hello.
There are types of Fey giants. Specifically, Fomorians.
Do they have bird feet?
They do not have bird feet,
God damn.
but they do have messengers. They are that of an ancient race of Fey giants that's descendants. Because you rolled a 22 and you're a warlock, you share knowledge of your patron. Their descendants involve a certain type of giant called the Harsfolk.
Oh, God. I don't know how to spell that.
I will send it to you later.
That's
because
fine.
It's a long spelling.
I'll write H and then remember it goes there.
But they have to deal with death and decay and things of that nature. They do not bring it upon things, they deal with it. twisted machinations that bring unnatural decay. They take care of them in the manner of rooting it out or eradicating the place around it.
You just hear Holson say shit.
Yeah, after that eel, you probably should.
I'm gonna go back and talk with him. Now.
Who?
Well, that is something for mayhaps another time. Continuing on with what I was saying before that explanation happened, didn't seem to go on a tangent. Part of the story, as I'm sure you already remember, was that someone would come and fight the Jabberwock and their friends. Well, something interesting happened. It's more specifically the detail about the Jabberwock. Where it walks, death, decay, and petrification follows, basically. That's pretty much exactly what's going on in that orchard, by the way.
Jake?
While the entire time we're doing this, I will wave over a waitress and get us some food for a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Could imagine about
you'll
lunchtime.
get a short rest after this conversation.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no. And interesting fact, Saxon became very intrigued by our interest in wisps when I specifically asked if wisps were the key to maybe finding some sort of something or other. This garden that you're looking for, this underground one.
Yeah. What we learned is that there's a type of wisp that you didn't mention, Holson.
I only have what's in my book, so...
I know, but it is...
I don't really know all, but I try.
I know, but it's a golden wisp.
Weird.
Yeah.
This one has a unique past and history, or unique history with the town itself, actually. And specifically revolving around the fact that it only really appears when, much like other wisps, apparently show up when things need help or need to be fixed or things need to be guided for whatever free-natured reason, but specifically when some place needs to help, and primarily around the Founders Day Festival.
Which is 2 days from now. And one of the places that the wisp appears is at that statue you were mentioning.
Specifically, the tower right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mentioned the statue simply because the story unfolds about an underground garden in the folklore tale that
I just
you
think
basically it's a
you
crystal grove, and the friend watches over, and I think the friend in this whole story is the guy I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But he watches over her grave. So
what I think what is happening is we're treating... The best way we're going to figure this out is to treat this folklore as more or less a literal clue, not something to be just guessed at.
of course it's a literal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's folklore.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Which means
A
that I
1,000-year-old
think...
dragon doesn't just tell you this for fun.
No, that's... I get that. What I'm trying to get at it from this point, though, is that, well, with that being said, I think the next place we need to go is the tower.
Yes. And I'm sure we do need to find that man. That person. We have to find him.
Which one? The one with the horns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Really should have
detect him.
asked him what circle he was with.
You know,
Really should.
let me just tell you that he will fucking destroy whatever he has to do to get to whatever's causing this problem. And
Either way.
destroy.
I
dust
think
down, let's
today
get
more or
down.
less has been productive.
So, he gave you a jar of dirt.
I don't have the jar of dirt anymore. I left it back. Sorry, but yeah, he gave me
Oh.
a jar of dirt, and after I found out what was inside of it and what made it interesting, I would have left it with the druid.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Just-
I didn't hear you say you gave it to him, so you still have the jar of dirt.
I still have the. Yeah, he gave me this jar of dirt, which has a bit of an interesting clue. Whether or not it matters anymore from this point on, I'm not sure, but there's fungal particles in it. I'm not sure if they're going to be useful.
Francis,
Can I have the jar of dirt?
maybe we should
No, my jar of
put
dirt.
maybe we should put the jar of dirt
Sorry,
away.
that was for the
considering
reference. Yeah, you can have the jar of dirt.
If there is a fungal druid out there, a spore druid, which is that's what we found fungus there, and it is very odd. And these particles showed up in all the dirt. And if it is a spore druid, maybe it would be best that we keep this in the bag of holding in case the druid is using these spores.
I will unscrew it a little bit though. Pick it up and put my fingers in it. Can I get a fungal particulate?
Yeah. Roll me investigation, just to discern which one it is. Wiping off dirt and ash.
I'll help her with Palmer.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
yeah. So you
going
got,
to.
you got a sizable piece.
Can I tell what kind of fungus it's from?
Roll me nature or arcana.
Both the same.
That's not a normal type of fungus.
Galen, I'll give you 15 gold to eat it.
I
It
will
looks
not.
to be just because you have a close, because who your mom is. It looks like a mycodon.
What does that do?
No, it's a person.
A mycodon is a type of plant creature made of fungus.
Where would they be found?
Under dirt.
Underground.
I don't know.
Oh, alert.
I don't know if Lycan's lore is close to their actual lore for them, but sunlight hurts them.
Yeah, and being
Actively kills them.
Yep.
What happens when they die?
What happens when they die?
They release spores to become more.
They spread. Try to spread until they find somewhere dark and damp.
Are their spores toxic?
Some mycodons can be.
Galen, eat it.
I refuse.
You have the ability to heal yourself.
There are two different types of class of mycodon.
You did not see the tree veins.
There
I will
are
not.
death cap mycodons, which are insanely they're like an infestation of just bad news for any plant life or any creatures within range. And then there are the hard caps, which are more so like the static grove type of mycodon. They're red with palish tan skin, stems. Or
Could I tell what type of mycodon it was before it died?
this is purple, which is highly indicative of death cap.
Hmm.
I will not eat it.
You have lay on hands.
Now, I will smack... I'll smack him and be like, no, he's not eating it. This will absolutely kill him.
Well,
Come on,
It will kill you.
Galen's stronger than that.
Oh, so now you're interested in eating it? Now that it's a challenge?
You would just do not touch
No.
his strings.
Galen says no and just kind of looks up.
Just a general
Yeah.
no.
He he absolutely kind of wants to.
Now that Holson is down
No.
at him.
Just because you said.
Absolutely not. I will kill you myself before you eat this. And I will put it back in, screw it tight, and,
Ugh,
can someone prestidigitate my hand?
I'll do it.
And as you look at your hands, finally,
Yes.
you see fungal striation.
Hold on. Before I was gonna say before you can. Since I said specifically Palmer was helping her, can Palmer be the one to have held it?
Too late.
This is prior to you, bud.
Well, not
That's
prior.
what I said. Though I said Palmer was the one helping her.
No, I'm
No,
saying.
no.
this is
I'm the one who
because
stuck my fucking hand
It's too
in the
late.
goddamn dirt.
Too late to wreck on that.
I tried.
there is fungal striations on your hands.
I'm gonna like wave over to Goblin. So how fire resistant is this area?
No, just prestidigitate it off my hand.
It doesn't work that way.
Ooh, you got athlete's foot on your hands.
I want to burn away the fungus because now that it is there and alive, I cannot prestidigitate it away. So, if I was to burn it, what is the chances things would catch on fire?
I got some bleach.
You good?
Yeah, she needs some bleach.
You can bleach the hands.
If there's any pain, Holson, I can heal it.
Just let me
Oh, it's
burn.
gonna hurt.
Just
No.
hold the hand.
No! I
Marcus is
value my
just there
hand.
sipping on his drink.
I'm gonna dunk my hands in some bleach.
That's also gonna burn. And you're
Just
just
a quick dunk.
you're just spreading the spores.
Well, the bleach will kill them.
No, you have to walk over there, and the spores are gonna spread from. No,
I'll bring the bucket.
Yeah.
I'll bring the bucket.
Bring me some dunking bleach, please.
Dunking bleach.
Fine. It's fine establishment.
Your
He
finest,
brings a bucket of bleach.
your finest bleach, sir. Lavender flavored, if you would.
Flavor.
Fabuloso.
I will not be
Yeah,
drinking it.
fabuloso. That's the everything cure. Get Windex. Windex cures everything.
Lemon.
I'll dunk my hands in the bleach.
Instantly, as soon as it touches the bleach, it like starts to fucking sizzle and like die.
I'll do that until it stops sizzling.
It stops sizzling after like a minute.
What'd that do
I'll
to
take
your
them out.
hand?
It's gonna hurt. I would like lay on hands, please.
Yeah, I say, give me your hand.
So you take. Give me a Constitution save.
Oh god, no.
It's gonna be acid damage.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm not
So
okay.
It was 11, so you take 4 points of acid damage.
Oh, it's fine.
That doesn't
Healing
work.
hands, please.
Yeah, give me your hand,
yeah.
and I will.
If you have any nail polish on, it's gone now.
No.
All right, I use 4 lay on hands.
So yeah,
Excellent. And now to burn away the rest.
I will run upstairs immediately.
So, obviously, the thing she touched is gonna have some spores on it. The outside of the bottle, the lid, and the place she was sitting. I'm gonna
Hey,
ask the
bud,
goblin-
we're gonna need some more bleach.
I'm gonna ask the goblin if it's okay if I just start breathing fire on it. You can't have this spreading.
It's fine. Give Palmer the bleach cloth. He'll take care of it.
I got like 5 barrels of bleach. Don't
We'll
ask
bring
me.
enough. Palmer will start.
Got a really good deal on bleach.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of bleach, man.
They're on sale. They're on sale. 5 for 1 gold. I had to.
But yeah, no. Like I said, Francis. Like again, just leave it to Palmer. He can clean it.
No one lets me burn things.
Run up.
I like fire.
I'll let you like burn the door knob. That's about it.
That's too late. The door knob's also not infected.
It's just
I didn't open the door.
Francis is gonna start taking bleach and clean the stuff.
Okay.
You
I
do
will
so,
run up
and I won't
to.
get
I'll run
bored.
up to my room, and I am gonna. Actually, can I take some bleach from that man first?
it's a cool.
And I'm gonna run up to the room.
I'm also gonna cast Unseen Servant so she can clean without fear. To help Palmer out because he's just a hand.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
do it.
not
Can I
helping.
lend you a hand?
I'm not gonna help clean the table. I'm sprinting to my room with this bleach.
Francis, I can't believe you've never made that joke.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, no, he has.
Okay, good.
The
Gallon's
flowers that I gave.
Gallon's sitting there like, yes, I made it something new. And Francis is like, oh my god, I made that joke like 15 times last week.
Yeah, I remember. Remember that. What was it? That ranger or that one artificer with the golden armadillo and her husband.
Sir, my intelligence doesn't remember.
Not husband, just mate.
No, no, that was Zeno. Gallon, Hunter erased everything that Zeno possibly knew.
Yep,
Ah,
it's the best way to stay in character.
gotcha. Well, either way, I made it then. I made that joke then. You owe me a hand.
So what are you doing with those flowers, Olsen?
The flowers are
I'm
fine.
gonna. Interesting.
Yeah, those flowers weren't touched by the fungus. They were growing at the store.
Yeah, and you had them in a large bouquet out in the sunlight.
Which got burned.
Where's Bellows, by the way? She never came down with this. Is she just like lying face first on the
It
bed?
is not. As you enter in to the room
With my bucket of bleach.
with your bucket of bleach, you hear a small crash or breaking of some ceramic type.
Oh god, is she pregnant with Zeno's child?
I was thinking this.
No.
They bumped uglies.
They did bump uglies, but no.
They did not use protection.
I thought we agreed that actually didn't actually happen or count.
I don't remember that conversation. I didn't remember that.
No, it definitely happened.
It's just sad. It's just sad. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so she breaking stuff, and she's not pregnant apparently.
I'm still holding bleach. You know, like when that guy from Community, what's his name, Troy, he walks in with his pizza and everything's on fire. That's what Holson looks like right now.
100%. So, yeah, you hear like a crack and breaking of something ceramic, maybe porcelain.
I open the door.
Door's locked.
I knock on the door. I have the key, but I'll knock.
Oh yeah.
What? What? Oh. I'll
It's
be
me.
out in a minute.
You don't sound great. Just let me in.
I'll be fine.
You don't
Yeah.
sound fine. I just heard you break something in there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay for that.
I'll pay for it.
I'm just gonna walk in. I have a key.
Okay, you walk in, and you see Bellows slightly larger. Her nails a little bit longer, and her eyes slightly glowing as she is gripping the sink, which crushed under her grip.
Oh, my bones are gonna break.
That's fine. You're gonna use them anyway.
I don't need those, right?
She looks at you and attempts to close the door on you.
Oh god, I will not be able to make this drink safe. I'm gonna slip in anyway.
Okay, that's.
I'm not gonna try to.
Athletics versus. It's gonna be acrobatics versus her athletics.
Okay.
Baby.
8.
I think that's her bonus.
I
yeah.
can roll the athletics.
Okay, you roll the athletics.
12.
Oh,
She slams it.
it'd be easier if you just let me in. You don't have to slam it in my face.
I just want to be alone for right now. Just give me 5 minutes.
Might help if I tell you that there might be poisonous mushroom spores in your room, and you're breathing them in right now, and you'll get really sick. And
Queen of
just
comfort,
let me
you.
bleach the place.
Roll a persuasion
I'd like
check.
to.
Is it persuasion or intimidation?
You,
Persuasion.
I'm being nice about it at the moment. The next time I'm going to be a little up more mean.
You hear like several deep breaths. And the
won't
door
take long.
unlocks.
I walk in with my bleach that is now a little splashed on me because I had the door slammed in my face. I gonna battle. Please don't fight me. I'm loose.
So she is slightly larger and looking
down the
slightly
bleach
more
just in
feral.
case. I'm gonna put down the bleach just in case. I'm gonna have my hands out, ready. Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Not afraid, but like, I also don't know what's going on, so. You've gotten taller. I will get on the ground and start wiping off the tea bag that I've touched.
You just brought that in the
Uh-huh.
restroom?
Uh-huh. I just fucking... Oh. I didn't know I was in the restroom. But, yeah.
Porcelain of the sink in the restroom. It's what cracked.
Oh, yeah, now I'm in the restroom.
Guess
have
you're
to wipe
both
down
in the
everything.
restroom then.
Yep. That's very close. I'm just gonna keep cleaning.
Okay.
Wipe
She
down
opens
everything with
the door
bleach.
and goes past you and goes through a bag of fruit and begins to munching down on them. Taking deep
You
breaths.
know,
What? Oh, is it doing that thing again?
No,
Hello?
no, you're here.
We hear you. It's on her end.
Oh, it's on her end.
Well, down there in the lobby. So I'm ordering the honey jerky. You guys want anything?
You know what? I'm fine with my sandwich, thank you.
They also got lemonade. Delicious.
Don't go back down because it's been more than fucking what's it called? Fucking 10 minutes
Wait, who comes back?
Quill.
Hey, Quill.
I've done it.
That's a lot of paper.
Where's Hosen?
Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
She's back. All right, back.
Oh,
up
you
in-
didn't hear what I said.
Not even a little.
Good.
Back up in the room.
Back in the room.
Well, now that my internet apparently works, have you ever thought of, I know you eat those to control yourself, but have you ever thought of doing it on your own? I know you're running out.
I have done this on my own most of the time. When I was in my home,
Mm-hmm.
that was a very different environment than here.
Oh, what's different about this environment?
There are consequences to my actions now.
Well, yes,
And
there's
not
always been
just on me.
consequences. I don't want you to.
And if I get agitated enough, I fear that I will kill someone.
I understand that. But also we would not let you do that if this situation didn't call for it. We're not going to let you just go murder somebody.
I highly doubt you've known this feeling.
No, I don't. You're correct. But I understand being out of control. And this is just a heightened sense of that. I mean, here, sit down.
She sits with like slightly, very cautious but also very agitated. Not necessarily at you, just in general.
I understand. She's gonna be very ballsy at this moment. She's gonna sit right in front of her. And, she's gonna put her hands on her hands.
Alright.
Now, look
As
at
you
me.
touch her, she feels like a furnace.
That's alright. I already had weird licorice drink. My body has been through enough today.
Okay.
She does not recoil at the heat. She'll take it. Now look at me. My eyes. And my mom's really big on breathing exercises, and I know that this is probably going to be a starting point, not really a finishing point, but very much I learned it from her, and I'm going to pass it on to you. I get really anxious sometimes, and sometimes it helps when I have heightened emotion. It also helps me focus. So I want you to mimic my breathing. And she'll take a deep breath in. When I take a deep breath in, I want you to sit here and hold it for as long as you can. And then let it out. And then do that. And we're basically going to sit here and she's just going to kind of
Roll me
make her hold her breath and then...
And Galen, roll me a wisdom check.
Me? Roll a wisdom check.
Or
I'm sure for Belos.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
Galen, you're now part of our breathing exercises.
I know, I was like, what happened? Boop.
Heaven! That's
18.
trying so hard.
Luckily, she has her wits about her and knows herself a lot more than you do.
I'm a little anxious about this. I'm looking directly into eyes.
And you're trying to explain it in a way that your mom does it, but it's coming up a little bit jarbled. But luckily, she's able to get the point across. Like, understand what you're trying
I'm not
to
a cleric.
do. Roll me one more time.
Charisma?
Mm-hmm.
24.
And wisdom for Bellos.
I'm about to get my shit rocked if this does not go right.
Okay. You do the breathing exercise, and she calms a bit. The heat is still there, but she begins to slightly shrink a bit.
Okay. So we're getting somewhere. It's... A lot of it is, my mom's really into all this natural shit, and fruit really does help. It's nice. But when you don't have things like a drink or your fruit, it's nice to have backup plan.
I really hoped that these were helping.
They seem like they're also holding you back, though. And I want you to be everything you are, not just half. You know? So what if you get upset, angry? Everyone has their vices. You just have to deal with it and approach it in a healthier way.
There's between a vice and an instinct, Watson.
Yes. But
I do appreciate the help of the breathing.
just keep doing that. It'll take time. But I can promise you it'll probably, if you start doing that when you feel it coming on, when you start feeling that sick, nauseous feeling you were feeling earlier, it might be a way to nip it in the bud, if you will. That way it doesn't
I've never had that
overtake you.
nauseous feeling with these fruits before. But I might have a bad batch.
Maybe. Or the fruits just got bad. Because you've had them for a while. But
I'll be done in
odds are,
seconds. Okay?
yeah, of course. Breathe. Take a second. And maybe next time we can talk about instinct and what triggers that. Okay?
Right. And you wipe things off, clean things up, rejoin them, and shortly Bellows comes down.
I go sit with them and pretend like nothing happened
All right.
with my bleach.
I'll
Actually, I will ask somebody to prestidigitate the bleach off my clothes.
I will hand you a slice of my honey jerky, and then presentation of your clothes. Because as far as I know, I think I'm the only one who knows it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody's got to help me.
It's just me.
Francis never felt the need to actually learn it.
He said, "I don't need to be clean."
Does fit Francis's personality.
Mm-hmm. I'm a grease monkey.
So,
Will
yeah.
has prestidigitation.
Yeah, I offer you some food if you want it, and I'll clean you.
I will. I'll eat some food and basically fill in Belos on what we've just talked about, so that she's in the loop, as well as Quill, since he's down here. Just kind of make sure that they know what's happening.
Okay. So, with that happening, you guys see people start to set up things outside, marking things down, as well as a dwarvish fellow going around businesses with a small posse, greeting them, shaking hands, and talking outside. You can see from a large window that you can see from inside the bar.
Well, that being said, moving forward, how do you want to proceed, Holson? Do we want to stake out the tower, maybe try and see if we can't find this Golden Wisp to take us to this thing, or...
So if we can figure this problem out, then we don't have to exactly get to the Callum guy.
Here we have two options straight up. The brothel for information or the tower in hopes of finding this wisp.
We can go to the brothel tonight.
Well, if we
We
do
can go to
Alright.
the tower in the morning.
if we, that's true. I was about to say, if we do too much today, we risk making ourselves very tired.
Well, in that case, what I'll go ahead and do with some any spare time that I can get a hold of, I'll go ahead and stake out the tower for a bit, see where I can or I'm allowed to be. You know, and if I see anything, I see something. If I don't see anything, well then, I'll just come back.
Statue right outside the tavern? Is the statue, like the memorial, right outside the tavern?
You're basically in the center of town, yeah. Which
I think I'll look at that memorial and look at the base for any notches or things that would look like they don't belong necessarily.
you're gonna investigate the statue.
Yeah, just the bottom of it. Maybe for something that I could push.
I'll help her.
Like a hidden entrance.
Okay. So you guys go to the statue. Go ahead and roll me investigations if you want. Somebody can do it at advantage.
I can do
I have a +7. Do you want me to, or do you?
Oh,
want me
right,
to?
you do it at advantage.
So any added bonuses, please tell me now. From the other part group.
As far as I know, I haven't had a chance to finish a short rest yet, so I don't have my inspirations back. Because you guys
So this would be
so instead
after...
of resting, you guys are immediately deciding to go outside.
Yeah, it takes a while
I
for
just
you
wanted to
guys
look at that. Yeah, I just wanted to look at that thing while I was thinking about it, but I'm not going to go look at anything else after this.
Well, I
Took a
got
while
Alright.
for you to talk and do the bleaching and cleaning stuff, so say you have a short rest.
Damn it. I had one inspiration left before a short rest. I guess.
Alright. So investigation at advantage.
Oh, nice. You didn't need it, but
You don't find any hidden things, like hidden levers or things in the base. But looking at the statue, this sword has a little flame right near the hilt.
All right.
colored?
It's not.
It's just a statue,
It
a gray
seems-
statue.
It seems to be yellowish, It's hard to see.
Would I be making too big of a scene if I went to the flame?
It's a fairly large statue, but you notice that the sword is pointing in the direction, Francis, with that 25.
Which direction?
Down a road.
Which road?
To the west.
Okay. I'm gonna look down the western road.
Yeah.
Do I see anything generally?
You see a growing perception check.
With my great vision? 24.
You see a little bauble hanging off of a lamppost. That of a golden bell.
Okay.
I think it's just you and Francis out there. But Francis
I know.
But Francis has Palmer. He can get the bell.
Mm-hmm. I'll get the bell if you want me to. Is it attached to anything?
It's attached to the lamppost. It's the only
I will-
bell attached to the lamppost. It's fairly small. With a
I'll,
large dongle chime inside.
I'll squat down with my giant body next to Francis. And,
not necessary. Palmer?
yeah.
Palmer
No, I'm
will
just
fly
gonna...
up and grab it.
But the thing is, I don't want it to be known that that's what we're doing. I don't want you to be, like, very conspicuous about it. I'm gonna gently, like, point to that direction, and I would like to walk over. Is it too high up?
It's about 10 feet up. But
Once we
with that perception check, there is a noticeably weird crack in the shape of an upside-down triangle.
Underneath it?
On the bell.
Is the triangle pointing a specific way?
Mm-hmm.
Which way?
Towards an alley.
I'm following you on this one.
I don't think we're supposed to be taking this bell off. I look down the alley. I don't want to get too far, though.
It's a
So I'm
fairly
not gonna...
small alley.
Is there anything noticeable in the alley that I could see from the entrance?
Roll me investigation. At advantage with Francis if he's helping.
Oh, he better be
I'll help.
helping. 20.
I am helping you.
20.
Use those little gnome eyes.
You see a small mural of a girl with, like, in a field of what seems to be dandelions, or what is it? What are the the weed that you blow on?
I call them dandelions.
Dandelions.
I'm sure they're not, but I call them dandelions.
They are
They're all
dandelions.
dandelions.
They are dandelions. They gain those seeds that you blow on after the yellow tip wilts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the direction of those are flying to the right, with her holding what seems to be a dandelion with, like, what seems to be a smudge going upwards, like a flame.
Huh. So... Sword. West. Bell. Towards alley. Dandelion. Up. And to the right?
Up and to the right.
I'm just gonna tell Francis, just, focus on this for right now. We can go to the tower later. Let's go let our people know
All
what we're
right.
going to do. Because I want to follow this.
I'll follow you.
So yeah, while you guys are doing that, fucking Gallon and I are back at the tavern. It's just like, so you want to go to a brothel with me?
Hi, now?
Nah. Not particularly.
Ah, we need to go find information. No reason not to have fun all about it.
If you do all the talking, I will go with you.
Yeah, I don't.
Or Holson's going to be doing the talking. It's her thing.
I mean, if she's going to go.
Right.
Yes, but
She already said yes.
okay.
I don't know.
For
I don't
fun, she's
think-
going for information. She won't be able to talk to these women. She won't be able to talk to these women, I can tell you that right now.
Listen, it's good for you to go. A warrior needs to keep his head clear. Distractions are bad. Which is why back in home, brothels are free. Government mandated.
But
Yeah, no, I don't partake.
Shame. You guys continue eating.
We will come back, though,
Mhm.
and grab some of you.
Some. We want
If you don't want to go, you don't want to go. I don't want to take Quill.
You're gonna take
Quill's got. I'm not gonna take Quill, but I'll take everybody else. Quill can sit in his room and do his spells. I don't want to put his life at risk if it's not necessary.
just putting Quill aside like a disobedient kid. Now stay there and do your homework.
But
Oh, he would love to.
your homework. Where he done that?
Yeah.
So,
it's like high school all over again.
alright, well, we had our short rest.
You
I guess
can go to the brothel later, but
I guess I go, but if you want me to use my inspirations and stuff, like, we're gonna take another short rest before we do the brothel, if we're gonna do things tonight.
oh, for sure, we'll do that. I just want to follow this, but I don't want to get so far that I'm fucked if something approaches me.
So you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, as we're walking, and we're walking in a specific way, she'll be letting people know. So Francis found this, blah 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 blah. Now we're here, and we have to go up that way, and she'll point up and to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Like up in the air to the right?
Uh-huh.
Or northeast?
Towards the mural, to the right. That's what she's gonna do.
Okay, lead on.
If I walk straight towards the mural and then go up to and I turn to the right, is there anything there?
Roll the investigation.
At advantage.
At
Do you-
advantage.
Unless you want me to do it.
Do you want the bardic inspiration?
No, I don't need it for right now.
Alright, because if we get into combat, those are going to be useful.
Yeah, keep your inspirations. Because I have a pretty good investigation. If I'm getting advantage, I'll be fine.
Roll.
So you look around, and you see what seems to be a very strange-looking brazier that's not ignited. That is just up on top of a roof, extending off.
I think I have flame spell. Let me look. No, I do not. Does anybody have a flame cantrip?
Not yet.
You?
Your boy Quill does.
Ah, fuck! We gotta go get the wizard.
He has firebolt.
I run back to get him.
Hold on. Palmer, light a match. I'll have him light a match and light it.
Oh, good.
I have matches.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. So you send Palmer to go light that one up?
Mm-hmm. Palmer goes up, lights the match, and drops it in the brazier.
Drops in the brazier. Wait 2 seconds. And then with that 18 letting it ride, you notice that there's like a pinhole. Like a little bit of like flame you can see from the side of the brazier. As you look to the place behind you, you see what seems to be a circle being made by light from that little pinhole.
Is it highlighting anything?
It's highlighting a shape across brickwork. And it's basically giving you a rough map of where to go.
Oh, rough. Where is it telling me to go?
Francis has pulled out his notebook and is drawing it.
Paulson does the same thing, draws a big circle, and just line.
Okay. It's pinpointing what seems to be a slight path to the eastern end, underneath what looks to be a pool? A fountain? Of some type?
Underneath the pool fountain?
Just seems like a body of water with, like... It looks like...
In the eastern end of the town?
In the eastern end of the town.
Does it look like it's anywhere near the gate?
The eastern
Or is
gate.
it more like in a corner?
In a corner.
So it looks like it's in a corner.
Southeast of the clock tower.
Is the clock tower that tower that Francis was talking about? Okay.
Like a solid, like what could be construed as like 10 minutes away from the clock tower.
So I think we found an entrance. Do we want to prepare for this? So
Yeah?
You're sure.
I mean,
does it have any writing in the map?
Roll me investigation. With 19, because you're getting aid, you do see a little bit of scrolling in a round part of the actual city map. Follow the path of the flame you seek, where the lone guardian and his keeper are under the stone.
All the path of the flame you seek. for...
Under what is set in stone.
I'm willing to put on a wild guess and say we're on the path of flame.
What makes you think that? Pull the path
So
of
it's
the
leading us
flame
to a
you
point.
seek for... The keeper is under what is set in stone?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we go to where it's taking us and see what's set in stone. Maybe a plaque, maybe a statue, maybe something or other.
I just don't want to get too far when we're not, like, prepared. Is everyone,
Okay.
everyone prepared for a fight? If just in case.
I'm always prepared.
I'm
Right.
more or less set, but, you know.
We head to the weird where it's taking us.
Okay. So, what is set in stone, okay? I'm just waiting for... There's another verse.
Okay.
Where she calls herself home. For a house that no one lives. Where people come to give.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a guess and say it's a church.
Exactly.
And that's the last bit of that verse.
Okay. So let's, I guess, head there and look for a church.
My guess is a church.
Was she a specific religion? Like, what was she the paladin of?
She seemed to be a paladin, but nobody knows what she was a paladin of.
I guess it's whatever this church is.
Well, let's go find it.
Go find what's set in stone. This weird lake thing.
Following the map, it leads you to a large, what seems to be statue topiary. Many fountains, like waterworks, things like that. But at the center, there is a single still pool with nothing in it.
Is there a giant stone in the middle?
There's no giant stone in the middle.
I'll look around the base, what is it, a pool?
It seems to be a pool.
To see if there's any kind of inscription around someplace.
Okay.
Can I
roll the
look for
investigation.
any houses
Houses?
like- or churches that I can see from this pool? Just really any buildings that I can see from this pool that look like they've been made to, like, specifically look at this pool.
Okay. Both of you roll me investigation separately.
Okay,
Sorry.
normal. 22.
Shit.
Well,
You can't really find anything. Galen and Akir, would you like to try and find anything?
oh, we would tell you exactly what we're looking for if you would like to look with it.
And
Yeah, I'm
I'll
done with
certainly
I'm done with
try.
hell. That
15.
Yep.
Or we're trying.
It's about right.
Galen's trying his best.
he
He's
always
being a
tries his
good
best.
friend.
He always tries his best.
It really does.
Whatever I'm looking for isn't at my eye level.
You can't find it. Galen's like looking inside the pool.
He's like, wow, that's a really clear pool.
Yeah, that's a pool, all right.
That's a pool.
Wonder if I could swim in it.
Mhm. You,
Kind of thirsty.
with Akir and you, Holson, you see a church in the distance, but it's facing away from the pool. You do see what seems to be a museum, as well as near the fountain, you see a bunch of kids throwing things inside of what seems to be a fairly old well.
All is well.
Yeah, it's kind of secluded. It's like in a little alcove that's been overgrown by roots and vines. Hasn't been really tended to. So you and Akira go over to this well.
I'll look
You
for
see-
any weird symbols that kind of match the ones that we've been seeing.
As soon as you and Akira walk up, the kids run off.
Hi, children.
Roll me investigation.
Again?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I can do
Sorry,
for you.
11.
11.
I'm trying my best.
You're not
I am but
really
one.
finding any of these like weird clues.
You'd have to call or Francis over, maybe. Because he's busy looking for something that probably ain't there.
I'll yell at him. She'll be like, hey.
Oh, you found something. Alright, now hold on.
Garland, we need your eyes.
No, you need his nose.
Marlon, we need your height.
Alright.
Start smelling around.
Fuck it, I'll
So,
smell
can I do
around.
Can I do an investigation?
Yes, you can. They'll be a little harder
Okay.
DC.
Well,
Can I smell around, I guess?
You can.
I guess you would smell for Faye. I don't know.
15.
Someone
you
has
smell that must.
someone has bacon.
Which wait, the is it familiar?
Yep.
Oh, is it the one from the the orchard?
Yep.
Wait, I actually do smell something.
Sorry.
It stops at the
Thank-
wall that is adjacent to the well.
I will walk up to. Stops here. It's the smell I smelled at the orchard.
It's a smelly smell.
It's a smelly
Smelly
smell.
smell.
It's a smelly smell. It smells smelly.
Anchovies.
Yeah, no, this scent is horrid.
People are dying and we're making jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, might be here.
Oh. Is there like is there a bucket on this wall?
There is no bucket anymore. There's no pulley system. This seems to be just a standard wishing well.
I pull up my rope. Never to leave home without it. We all have ropes.
Francis pulls out a rope.
Yeah.
Words to live by.
No. No, I'm gonna take out a gold.
I'm gonna cast light on the gold.
What's passive perception of the group?
Not high.
16.
Oh, mine's 15.
I have the highest with the 16.
I might as well not be here.
Same.
So Holson and Gallon.
I still cast light on the gold.
Okay, you press light on the gold, it goes all the way the fuck down. And then
Oh, I'm gonna cast a wish. I'm gonna wish on the gold.
before you do
If it's a
anything,
wishing well.
you feel a slight vibration
Duh, you pissed him off.
from your sword.
Oh. I'm
And
still wishing
Gallon,
on the coin
you
and throwing
see
it down.
You see those runes start to be outlined in this lovely shade of green glow.
Oh?
It's still in her scabbard though, so it's lighting up through her scabbard.
You have a scabbard for it? I thought you just banished it to the other realm.
She had a scabbard before she could banish it.
I have a scabbard that I keep it in, but I also bamf it out because why would I grab it when I could just... Whoop.
It's intimidating when you just form weapons out of thin air.
Yeah.
So how far... what wish do you make on your coin?
I am gonna wish that, I'll think of that in a minute. I got sidetracked. But, yeah, I will wish that, just a fun little wish.
If you
I'm actually gonna wish for Bellos. Yeah, I'm gonna wish for Bellos, but I will keep it a secret.
Okay.
And you have to, otherwise the wish won't come true.
Exactly. And I'll just send you what I wished on.
Wait, say again? What happened?
Alright.
But I will, if my sword's if something's vibrating next to my side, I'm gonna figure that the fuck out. I'm gonna take my sword out. Does it vibrate more if I hold it over?
Over the wishing well?
Yeah.
It
I'm gonna hold tight on it, but like...
vibrates and glows. As you hold it next to the wishing well, certain colors start to apparate. In one of the stones.
Can I tap the stone with my sword?
There seems to be what seems to be a slit. Like a keyhole.
Oh, I stick my sword in.
Alright, you stick your sword in. And it locks in place, and you hear a noise.
Oh no, I'm never gonna get that back. Like, if I called it back to me, would it come back to me?
As Gallon, you hear a scraping noise, that of like chalk on brick.
Huh.
Have I done something?
As you see what seems to be a door form, open to you, as you releases this wave of old musty air.
Phew.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
Okay.
Can I get my sword back?
No, it's gone forever.
It stays there.